dark, looking for the perfect mark. You think you found the one, so grip the handle of your gun and move to block your target's way. Hide your shaking hands as you tell him your demands. He doesn't seem to care.
Hello and welcome everybody to the Neon Caster channel. I am your androgynous android game show host from the future, Nathan Blades, and this is the second session of Arcana Corps, Mysteries in the Unconscious, a tabletop RPG campaign inspired by the Persona video game series. With me in this call and in this session, we have Ruben.
Hi! Hello.
We have Tom.
Evening.
We have Marcy.
Hello.
And last but not least, we have Will.
Salut.
I am so glad to be back doing this. Running these once a month is a really good way to make sure that I am properly centered and prepared to do this properly and everything's at the best it can be, but also it means that the entire time I'm kind of like, oh man, I can't wait to get back into this again. So yeah, I am real happy to be back. I'm so glad to be playing this again. Shall we do a quick round of shameless self-promo at the start? We'll get into it and then do another round of shameless self-promo at the end. Who wants to do first with shameless self-promo? Let's go in reverse order. Will.
Yeah, you can check out some cool tabletop RPG stuff that I make at merrymancergames.com. You can also find that and some bird pictures and leftist politics on Twitter at Raffy the Owl. And yeah, give Nathan money on their Patreon, and that's what I gotta say.
Nice, thank you. Hey Marcy, I accidentally cut you off when you were going to do some self-promo last time, and I still feel bad about it.
That's okay. All I wanted to say is just follow me on Twitter. I'm at Tired Marcy on Twitter. I don't really do anything. I just kind of hang out and retweet art a bunch and interact and make jokes, but you can follow me there if you want. I'm really excited to play the game, so let's go.
yeah, let's go. You also retweet some good fucking art. Yes.
Hell yeah, thank you.
Tom, would you like to do some shameless self-promo, or are you good?
Not a huge amount. I would just say make sure you see everybody else's stuff, and hope everyone enjoys tonight.
Ruben, self-promo?
Yes, hi, I'm Ruben. You can find me on Twitter at urbanfriendden. Don't forget the double D and between friend and den there. Me and Nathan actually published something for the Attack and Dethrone God game jam.
God, we did, and it's
so
good.
We did.
Really cool as well. Yeah.
So check out sixofspades.itch.io and look for Iera Intera for a fun twist on the Monster Hunter formula where you take down angels. Ooh, ah. Yeah. But then you cook them up into a nice stew and have fun with your friends.
Listen, it's very important not to forget Ruben's double Ds.
You should not forget about my himbo double Ds. No.
And yes, I am Nathan Blades. I am the GM of this campaign and general producer of this channel. I do a lot of tabletop RPG design and playing. I love making loud gay trash, as I like to describe in my work, in an affectionate way. I have already posted my Patreon and my itch.io in the chat, and I will probably do so again at the end. But for now, let's go and... Oh, actually, let's do credits, because, funnily enough, I had this prepared the last stream that we did, but I didn't have my microphone feed on, so I was outpouring with love with all these people who have done a ton of great art for us and have backed me on Patreon. I'm like, oh, I love you all, and no one could hear it aside from the people in the call.
We really appreciate them, though.
Yeah, we do.
I will say thank you to our patrons, Tom Picard, Sam Heitzer, and Irregular Joe. Thank you so much for your support. If you back us on Patreon, you generally get updates on all the stuff that we stream. I tend to put scenarios that I have written for both this campaign, so when this arc is done, I'll be putting my GM notes in a neater format on Patreon. So if you would like to run these scenarios yourself or see behind the scene of the stuff that our players missed, you can back us on Patreon and go see that. Thank you to the artists that have done the fantastic character art. Thanks to Arda, Lou, Nico Draws, and Major Ursus for our player character art. Thanks to Anna Finn for 2 of our regular appearancing NPCs. And big thanks to Eve Greenwood for the bosses that have not been seen on camera yet, which is very, very exciting. This game is run in a bastardized fusion of City of Mist and Voidheart Symphony, because I make a rule of never playing any RPG correctly. Our theme music is A Thief's Lament by Seeing Spots. You can listen to all of the album that it's from, called Falling, on seeing-spots.bandcamp.com. I describe it as rock opera anime openings, and it's very, very good. So to sum all of that up, the joke that I was going to do last time and I'll go do here. この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。
Just funny a month later.
just a quick note, sorry. For the artist sponsors, it is Anda, not Arda.
Oh my god.
Just so we can properly, shout out the girl.
The Twitter handle is correct, with the double R's and Demon Star. I got that correct, even if I
Go check out twitch.tv/DemonStar13 with 2 R's.
Do it. Incredible YouTuber. I will edit this credits artwork so it'll be correct next time. How embarrassing. But yes, with that, let's go and do a little bit of a session recap. So we can find out what happened last time on Arcana Corps. So last time on Arcana Corps, we met our 4 heroes, Lucian Harfang, Goin Lapis Blue, Shinichi Mori, and Sabine Kistner, 4 teenagers who all go to Migdal High School. But that's not the only thing that they have in common. Relatively recently, they have found that they have awoken to supernatural powers. These powers are apparently, according to the government organization Ryder, who have scouted them for these abilities, are fueled by famous figures and objects from myth, fiction, and legend. It seems that youthful imagination is the key to developing these supernatural abilities, and various people across the City of Jungsburg, because subtext is for cowards, are constantly awakening to these things and finding strange new abilities of disrupting the city. So Ryder has employed these 4 to form Team Delta, a team name that they're still deciding to work on, to do their first job, finding a missing person, Yusuke Tenma. After some investigation, it turns out that Yusuke Tenma, who also goes to Migdal High, is moonlighting as a drag queen, although they are relatively shy about it currently. Checking in with Yusuke's parents found that they weren't quite themselves. In fact, they had been turned into living chess pieces, narrowly escaping after coming to blows with these fusions of wood and flesh. They investigated a makeup store that Yusuke regularly frequents and finds out there has recently been a robbery, weirdly enough, of through one of the makeup store's own staff members. They don't remember having done it, however. Within a bag of makeup that they found within Yusuke's house, they found a flyer for the 8 Squares nightclub, where amateur drag performance events are all happen on a regular basis, and it's very likely that that's where Yusuke was seen last. while trying to track the location down, they came across a almost human-sized rabbit with a kintsugi-style gilting holding them barely together. The rabbit narrowly escapes, but leads them to the 8 squares. It looks slightly different. In fact, the entire area has slipped between the veil of reality and fiction, and what was once a regular nightclub has now turned into a labyrinthine basement bar. Upon crossing this threshold, our heroes have awoken to their other selves and transformed magical girl-like into different outfits. While still on call with Ryder, they are about to go and explore the Grandmaster's Revelry nightclub to see if they can finally find Yusuke Tenma and what might have happened to people turning into chess pieces. You'll see all this and more on Arcana Corps, Mysteries in the Unconscious. Okay, we did it. Good times.
Woo!
And with that, we're going to go and move to...
And that the curtain opens and all the characters are there on stage. This is actually stage play.
It's just Paper Mario.
Would everybody mind checking if you have control of your POG for me, please?
Your POG, you say?
Your token
Pog,
or
can we get some pogs in the chat real quick? Can we get some pogs in the chat?
I've got
some
too
pogs
many
in that chat?
pop-ups. Go away, pop-ups.
No one can control the pogs. The pogs are
We'll be kind of moving from location to location as we go. Feel free to essentially puppeteer your character around, emote through, I guess, the limited things of movement, flipping yourself left and right and changing size or whatever the heck to represent what you're doing. Because we're not face acting. It's an interesting kind of acting where you just have a token to move around and can only emote via that, but we're making it work.
Lucian, how do you up there?
my wings.
Whoa. Well, I'll be down here.
Okay.
Ooh.
I definitely have some ID on me. Definitely got about 3 different forms of ID, each telling me I'm a different age.
Yeah, did you hook me up with a fake one before we came in here, Sinichi?
I'd probably fish one up quite quickly. There is a lot of pockets in this.
Actually,
Just using like cutout newspaper letters to like form Sabine Kistner.
There we go.
Absolutely go and have another describe of everybody's collective unconsciousness form outfits, because you all had a dramatic wardrobe change when you entered the space. So go and tell me what you look like now.
Go ahead, Sinichi.
Absolutely. Sonichi dressed like a very sort of stereotypical Victorian gentleman, complete with a large bowler hat, monocle, and moustache, which has suddenly appeared despite his complete inability to grow one. So the current discoveries of the vast amounts of hidden pockets and weaponry may be secreting about his person, as the mythos of the Napoleon of crime, Moriarty. Or McCavity, take your pick. Damn it, cats.
Cool. Lucian?
Yeah, Lucian is wearing this kind of like Rose from Street Fighter, in the sense of having a kind of like form-fitting under outfit. With this like elaborate, definitely kind of a fairy prince vibes, half shirt vest with an open top and a flowing open dress below, and 4 giant moth wings out of their back, which have some arcane runes imprinted on them, one of which might function as an ID in like a Fey realm or something. Probably not here.
Okay, cool. Sabine?
Sabine is currently in a, I guess the best way to describe it is like a skin-tight plug suit. I have been picturing her in like, it's like a blue color with like some black accents on it, and on her torso she's wearing like a bomber jacket that comes to about like waist waist length, and she has some really cool translucent goggles that match the whole ensemble. But this is not her final form, and I'm sure we will explore what that final form is here shortly.
Cool. And Goin. Also, I've bumped up everybody else's volume a little bit. Tell me if it is too loud now. But...
Word. Goin is covered in sort of like Korean, like old traditional Korean like face paint and body paint. Very sort of like runic patterns, ceremonial patterns. He's wearing an off-white gi, which is not tied with a belt. It's hanging loosely around his torso. You can see a little bit of midriff. He's wearing like not the hakama, the big poofy ceremonial pants. That's from Japan, not Korea, but I don't know the other word for it in Korean. I'm sorry to all the listeners and viewers. But basically he's just like, looks like a like ceremonial wrestler from Korea. Mm-hmm. And of course, like I want to say that the runes on his skin, on his face, are white to accentuate like his darker skin tones, because dark, like I'm a big slut for the dark skinned character with white hair, but now I'm just making it the dark skinned character has white face paint.
Honestly, who doesn't love that kind of character though? Like, let's really just get down. Let's just admit to ourselves and to everybody here.
I mean, the Detective Cirrus, who you saw last session, is a dark-skinned character with white hair. So,
well, there we go. See?
Yeah, standard. But yes, after when you kind of going from street level to where you currently are now, it was a bit of a winding staircase downwards. You're not quite sure how deep underground you are now, but it's opened out into this lounge area. There are groups of like shadowy incorporeal revelers, kind of like almost you see almost like a fizzing or a bubbling underneath like a dark translucent skin, like they're shadowy bits of space, smoking and drinking on endless loop. There is a bar, a coat check area, and a large neon sign that says 1 drink minimum. There is a roped off area deeper into the club. But yeah, that is what is generally in the space currently.
I think Goin looks over at the bar area at the one sign, at the sign 1 drink minimum, and he goes like, "Huh. All right, let's have a little taste of this."
I'm so glad you said that, Goin. I was going to urge all of us to take advantage of this collective unconscious rule.
But we're on a mission. We can't just be going and just.
It says 1 drink minimum. Come on.
You can read the sign, Lucian. It says 1 drink minimum. They're not going to let us in unless we buy one.
Exactly.
Presumably 2 drinks maximum, otherwise it will actually become collectively unconscious.
Let's just, hey, Lucian, relax. We just came to know this new form about ourselves. Might as well loosen up, right? Besides, I've never gotten to drink anything. And, like, Goin seems... He thinks that admitting that is very cool. But
right.
The fact that he has to say, like, in a sense, like, my dad never let me sip alcohol is just coming out here.
Sabine looks at you, Goin, when you say that, and she's like, I'll bring some beer to the community center next time I see you.
Oh,
you poor soul.
Don't, if my dad sees. Even in this form, I feel like my dad shouldn't. I don't feel that confident.
Don't worry, your dad is not in the collective unconscious drag club. I do promise you that.
Well, I'd like to think so. Who knows?
That would be quite a shock twist if we get to the bottom of this labyrinth.
All dads are held within.
Oh, I see.
Oh.
As you go in, you wander over to the bar. It turns out that there's like a very short figure sitting by one of the bar stools. The feet nowhere near reaching the floor. Big bald head. And as you get close, they turn around to look at you, and it is a A goblin?
Is it Kim?
Well,
Oh my god!
oh,
That's Goin's reaction. Oh my god!
so you
what is that?
finally made it over here. Long time no see.
Goin, get that!
Wait. That scent, that smell, I recognize it. Oh, Jesus, that's awful. But it's you, isn't it?
Oh, so you recognize my aroma? And they kind of like pose as if they were in a perfume commercial.
Oh, yeah, it's hard not to recognize that. Oh boy. Oh god. Okay, you work here. That's great. That's just great.
Like I'd fucking work in a nightclub during my time. Oh, no. My full-time job is looking after you, little one.
I mean, what have you done for me other than mess up my room till now?
Oh, I don't know. All the times that you're about to trip on a flagstone and I make a whistling noise somewhere in the distance and you look away and then you don't trip. Or when you're trying to climb up really high and change a light bulb and your chair stops wobbling and you don't fall over. That's me, baby. That's me. I'm your luck. I'm your karma.
Wait, so the time that so the time I actually accidentally dropped a cake out of the window and it dropped on the head of one of the first years, and I heard like a slide whistle noise in the distance. That was you?
Well, you shouldn't have done so well in your French test then, huh? What goes around comes around.
Well, you got a name there, tough guy?
They stand on top of the bar stool and do a big, mocking, elaborate bow. I am Kim, at your service.
Oh,
The best KB around.
Looks like
nice.
the ID policy in this place is particularly low.
So wait, that we're not supposed to be beating that thing up, right?
I'll have
No,
you know,
I think
mustache
so.
guy, they say, pointing dramatically at you, that I'm several hundred years old.
Hey, you don't look a day over 75, says Sunichi.
Oh, you flatterer. See, this is how you should be treating me, Goin.
Well, you haven't really shown your face around. I could have complimented your septuagenarianism more directly then.
It takes a lot of wax to have teeth this shiny, and their big gremlin smile widens with a ching.
Yeah, hook me up with a dentist. God, I want that.
But hey, now that you're here, I can make you into a real man.
What is it? What is that?
Guys, we need to
Go
give
and break
Goin
it.
some
Break it
space.
out.
Sounds a little stranger dangery, but look.
Well, I'm part of you. I'm basically this underseating urge. I've always noticed that you've been
Right.
interested in having a bit of sip of alcohol, and now is your opportunity. Congratulations!
Well.
And they do a big sweeping gesture behind them to a big cocktail menu.
Mhm.
There are 4 drinks on it: Midori Sour, Angelo Azzurro, Irish Blonde, and Rossini. It is a 1-drink minimum.
Alright, what's the max?
How much could your body take?
Probably 1. Let's be real.
They sigh deeply. Oh, well, whatever, I tried.
I'll take the Angelo one. That sounds tasty.
Alright.
Hey gang, what can I get you? Or what can Kim get you?
Oh yeah, this is on me. I mean, it's, it'd be really difficult to describe what kind of dream currency that they run here. So I'm just gonna say that these drinks are on me. You get 1. If you want more, then you're probably gonna have to procure some cash. I'm not, gonna just endlessly supply you.
Some host you are.
Too bad.
What was the Midori something or other?
The Midori Sour. Oh, I can do this in regular voice. The Midori Sour. Midori Sour.
Ah, Kim. A much more refined voice, thank you.
Well, I'm more refined when I'm speaking to you.
Wait, what? Why don't I get that voice?
Fuck you, Goin.
What? Hey, fuck you, pal. And he gives him a high five.
You know, Kim, I had my doubts about you when you suddenly appeared and claimed to be the manifestation of one of these people's fortune. Now I trust you entirely. Please, I'll have a Midori.
Absolutely, darling. And this is canon now, Kim. At least
Yes,
now,
please.
searching
Thank
voice
you.
justice
Thank
with
you.
Lucian.
Thank you so much.
I love the idea that Lucian and Kim are better friends than Kim and Goyne.
You have a feeling that by putting this voice on, he's taking the piss out of you, but you probably haven't noticed. Yeah, he orders the drink from a similar kind of like weird, glassy void of a bartender. Hops off the stool across the floor. Just to... Oh, I need to be on the right layer to be able to move the token. That'd be good. Across the floor towards you. And gives you a Midori Sour. You look at it. The viscosity of this is interesting. And it is maybe a bit more... How many cocktails have you had, Lucian?
That's an excellent question, and one I don't think it's quite polite to answer, but I think more than one, less than 10. I think Lucian drinks very infrequently, but when they do, they like to be a real fancy bitch about it.
Yeah, this is definitely in a fancy martini glass. You tend to not see drinks that are this opaque. Bottoms up.
Cheers. I love the idea of Lucian taking the glass and since Kim doesn't have any like glass to tink against, Lucian just kind of tinks it against one of Kim's horns and then takes
Nice.
a sip.
I like that. Yeah, you go and take a drink from this glass, and if you weren't kind of like suspicious of it maybe being paint when you were looking at it before, it's definitely paint when you try and drink it now. Please give me a face danger roll.
God, I'm so ready to spit take this all over Kim. Okay, let's remember how to play the game. Gonna
Yeah,
click
what
on my
tags would
name.
you like to use to face danger?
What an excellent question. I think, let's see.
Lucian has the paint resistance tag for some reason.
You all thought the turpentine tag would never come up.
You know, this... I'm not sure I have much to give for this.
Give me a flat 2d6, baby.
Yeah, you know what? I'll do it. I'm fine with doing poorly on this.
So
I did
there's
poorly on this.
oh god, yeah, because you were also previous. I don't think the injured tag factors in. Because you were previously damaged during the. I wonder whether you being physically clobbered would reduce your resistance to paint
Maybe
drinking.
probably like reduce or like awareness.
I mean, I feel like if this is just paint, I don't think Lucian would be likely to swallow it, so it would be, maybe Lucian would get more than is advisable in their mouth, but...
Yeah, you wonder how literal it being paint is, but it definitely reminds you of that. Either way, you gain nauseous 2 as a tag. And that doesn't apply to all the rolls that you make. I think there should be a way on your status cards to check and uncheck them in terms of it factoring into the rolls you do.
Okay.
So for now you can uncheck nauseous unless it comes in. So you have nauseous 2. You are also now tagged with green. You are green now.
You're green.
Tag green. Is there a number associated with green?
It's rather than it being necessarily a dice modifier, it's just unless for some reason it would be relevant. It's just a thing that applies to you until you.
Hey, only red-tinted people can come in here. You greens, get out of here.
Well.
Green, that means he's not mean.
Yeah, Lucian absolutely... Kim, what is this? What did you
I didn't do anything to it, baby. Oh, sorry, I'm supposed to be referring to you like this, aren't I? I didn't do anything to it. This is just how they serve the drinks here.
Goin walks over to Kim and sort of like gives him a stomp on the head, like a cartoon stomp, as if to fix him. Like, stop talking funny.
I'm just playing around. But seriously, it's just how they drink here. I mean, if you don't want to drink and just want to keep exploring, that's on you, I guess. What's to say what might happen to you if you don't take a drink?
What happens to you if you do take a drink? Ugh.
Yeah, I'm not too sure I want to drink harmful chemicals, even if we're inside of some alternate dimension.
Sneechy will look at the menu and look towards one of the bar staff and them. Diet Sprite with a splash of lime. No ice. Always try and screw you with ice.
I just wanted to get a lemon drop, but I thought I'd stay on menu to make things easier. And now
the glassy bartender looks at you. Their faces, like the kind of the transparent substance that they're made out of, has the space for noses and mouths and eyes and everything, but it's not detailed in. It's almost like an unpainted model. They look at you blankly.
You can only order from the menu, sir.
Oh. Jeez.
Yeah, Senichi, stop being such a boomer with your weird order.
I'll pass then. We'll say backing off.
Oh, that's too bad. It's always great to have a drink before enjoying the show. Regina Rojo is one of the best performers around.
Is this, she perform a lot here?
Lately. After all, she has absolutely slain the competition.
I'm going to back slowly away from the bar at this point.
Listen, it might be worth someone else having a different drink, and maybe just give it a sniff, give it a little lick before you really imbibe. But maybe it'll come in handy. I mean, look, I'm a Technicolor now. Maybe that will help.
I do have another 3 drinks on my tab.
I'll take the next one. But it better not be piss. Although it'd be pretty funny if it were piss.
So what are you ordering?
I'll take the Angelo thing.
Okay. As before, Kim goes over to the bar, orders the drink, comes back, serves it to you. You inspect it. It's definitely pretty viscous.
I would like to roll see clear.
Absolutely. I should probably have the shortcut notes for those, but I can pull them up because I put them in the journal. Yeah. Sure. When you try and read a dangerous situation, roll plus power. On a hit, you can ask the MC questions. So, what tags would you like to use?
So I would love to use the tag for Kim, which is Amplified Misfortune. I think the tag Embarrassing Pranks would allow me to see through whatever is in store for me here.
Okay.
So that's one tag.
Yeah, click the roll power button macro at the bottom to the left, because that's where the macro for see clear sits.
See clear. Submit. Add modifier. +1? Yeah. Oh,
hey,
baby!
Full success.
Oh, yeah.
The standard kind of questions that come with see clear say like which exit takes me to my goal, what here is valuable, what can the enemies here do, what should I be on the lookout for, and those might tie reasonably to what you're asking. You got 10+, so you can ask 3 of them, or just ask me any 3 questions and I'll answer the best I can, as long as it resolves to what's going on in this room.
Yeah, so I would like to ask the following question. What's in it?
You think about it, and kind of like what you've encountered so far, that the collective unconsciousness is both a collection of everybody's thoughts about a scenario, layered and twisted together. It seems that whoever put this bar list together is actually not that much of a fan of alcohol.
I see. Alright. then I'll just follow up on this by with. So what vessel? What kind of glass does this come in?
Let's see if I remember. I think the Angelo Zero comes in a hurricane glass. It's the one that's kind of got like a larger bottom that curves into almost like a tulip lake shape.
All right. Goin expertly raises the glass to the height of his lips and then pours it over his shoulder and goes, I love alcohol.
You're blue now.
I'm blue. Da-ba-dee-da-ba-da.
You, or similar to Lucian, you gain the tag blue.
Yeah. Well, I guess that fits. Considering my last name. All right. Hey, bartender. What's the deal with all the drinks here? Why is it free drinks, but they're not very good.
Oh, they're not free. Your companion, I believe it was Kim, is paying for these ones for you. He seems very kind. You should treat him as a good friend.
Yeah, you should treat me as a good friend, fucker.
You should treat me as a good friend, freaker.
Sabine says, Goin, let's walk that back. Fucker. Fucker.
Vulgar.
Fucker.
Is Fricker somewhere in the middle? I think Fricker is in the middle.
Definitely
No middle sliders here. We're going all the way in.
Hey,
Fucker.
mustache guy, what are you drinking?
I'll have a browse myself in a moment. Sonichi, wandering over to the bar.
To remind, the 4 drinks are Midori Sour, Rossini, Angelo Azzurro, and Irish Blonde.
Okay. I'm going to wait for a point when people are chatting amongst themselves, and Sneechy is going to attempt to help himself to an empty glass from behind the bar to look like he's acquired something, as he doesn't have a thing for drinking alcohol.
That feels like a flow like water when you're performing a feat of daring athletics, roll plus power.
Okay.
So what tags would you like to use?
I'm going to go for nobody bothers me. The laws of man don't apply to me. Right, possibly justify smuggling on that as well.
Okay, yeah, that sounds. Ooh, max roll of +3.
Ooh, yeah,
so,
for something very
similar,
minor.
you should have a macro available at the bottom left of your screen. Hit roll power.
Float like water. Yeah.
I'm glad I set those macros up in advance. It definitely makes it.
Whoa. Good rolls.
Is that
Not
right?
necessarily with advantage,
no.
although technically, I guess if you're acting on the information that you got from Goin, you can roll with advantage because that's what C-Clear does. And is when you act on that information, it lets you roll with advantage once. So if you would like to keep that 13, you can.
Go on then, that seems... I'll happily ride on the coattails of Goin's success.
Sure. The options here are you're where you need to be. You leave a danger behind, and you can bring another player with you. And I think you can treat that kind of quite fast and loose. What two cool things would you like to get out from this deft feat of thievery?
Okay, I'm going to look like I've acquired a dirty glass, which has a colour in for one of the random ones that are still left. To avoid having to drink any of it and look like I've already drunk it. To be honest, if it's helping us other player as well, I might acquire a second one and
Give it to me.
Lucian is not feeling very well.
I shall pass over. I assume I've got. Is it blue and red by any chance? Or no, we've had red and.
I mean, you can order the same drinks twice if you want, but yeah, you can round out the colours and have an Irish Blonde and a Rossini empty glasses.
Okay, that sounds good.
Those glasses have the tags of red and yellow respectively, but not you.
Okay. I shall red or yellow speed.
Red.
Pass over. Yellow it is.
Just being difficult.
She just like stares at it.
I think there's not too much. Ooh, actually, yes. Let's do this because it's relatively important. Yeah, we'll do it this way round. So there's a number of TV screens in the space, and they have all been kind of like showing almost like eye-catch, almost like screensavery logo of Grandmaster's The Revelry, with big fancy... It's weird how to make a logo look expensive, but it does. And they all kind of like static out for a while, and then they static back in, but they seem to be showing a kind of blurry, almost chromatic aberration piece of footage. All the video windows, and they all play this simultaneously at reasonably high volume, showing a fuzzy display of Yusuke Tenma finishing their first performance at the 8 Squares. The applause is relatively scattered. He bows politely, turns, and leaves the stage. The camera, for whatever this is, follows him behind stage to the green room, where he sits down, stares hard at his own reflection in the mirror, and starts to cry quite heavily. And then it's static again, and back to the logo screensaver as before.
Wow.
Someone seems to be carrying some baggage with them.
Was that
Unsurprising.
Was that good or a bad performance? I honestly can't tell.
No, Sonichi'll have reached into a pocket and produced a piece of paper and a notepad. He'll start scribbling something down.
Mm-hmm.
And then potter away. Possibly what I was expecting. Bet there's more coming.
At the other end of the room, a secure... Oh, hold on. I need to make sure that I'm on the right layer. Roll20 is hard. At the other end of the room, there is, with the kind of like velvet rope, a guard appears next to it. A black suit security.
Oh, these puns keep coming.
Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to put him at this side of the room. Otherwise, his 5 of Swords is backwards, and that is doing my brain a mischief. There we go. They wait patiently by the velvet rope to deeper in the nightclub.
Okay, I think we passed the requirements to go deeper, because that guy wasn't here before.
Lucian tries to straighten themselves up. Summon the strength. Keep it down. If you barf, then you might lose this green quality, which might come in handy. So let's keep moving forward. And Lucian tries to move forward to black suit security. Trying to look important.
Nathan, can I use my other 2 answer questions?
Oh, sure, absolutely.
Yeah, I would like to ask, what can the enemies here do about this guy?
That's interesting. How to give you fun hints about the abilities that they have. You give a look at his stoic demeanor, and you can tell that he is not going to be easy to convince. He seems like he is very dedicated to his day job of being a card guard, quite literally.
Card guard.
And you, like, the lights in here shift a little bit, and there's almost kind of like a glint along the edge of him. How sharp is that playing card?
Lucian, I think, gives him a look over and then turns to the rest of the group and does like a stage whisper. Be careful, we might have to deck him.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Lucian, you've just got a bit of green just there. Just there.
No, I'm fine. I've still got it. I'm still in the game. It's fine.
Wait, Sabine, why are you cringing? What did he say?
He did a pun. Going, don't worry about it.
Oh. Lucian, that's subbed.
Good boy, Goin.
So we're going deeper into this club or what?
I'm trying to be fun.
I'm looking to get my boogie on. And he starts kind of just wiggling unpleasantly.
You can, hold on.
Off my leg.
You just can't handle the twerking.
Kim, how are you me? What is this?
you suppress a lot of impulses.
Oh dear God. Oh, don't think about that one.
He starts clapping and just kind of hopping from foot to foot. He's fucking delighted.
Is Kim an id? Is this what an id is?
I think he's more like an imp.
It's certainly not a super ego, I can tell you that.
Mm.
You've been
I get
reading
it.
your Carl Jung.
I was about to say, yeah, I get it. You've read Carl Jung, I haven't.
How genre savvy, Sabine.
Shinichi,
Sorry.
You best not learn too much, Sabine.
Oh, Kim, settle down.
Fine, whatever.
now did
You're
was
intense.
another question they wanted to ask God, or are we going to move
I mean,
on?
you can kind of hold on to that information, spend it later if you would like.
I would like to, yeah.
For now, you have the ability to move deeper into the labyrinth, so somebody can go and make a travel the labyrinth roll for me if they would like. When you navigate the labyrinthine corridors of the castle, roll plus nothing. Before rolling, you can crack a Logos theme up to 3 times to add +1 for each point. On a
I'll
hit,
do that.
say what you understand better about this part of the collective unconsciousness. And the group gains
Oh.
1 trace. So yeah.
I will do that. What am I supposed to roll? And could you remind me about cracking? I'm so sorry.
Oh no, it's perfectly fine. So in City of Mist, you have your character sheet is built up of Logos themes and Mythos themes. Your Logos themes are all your mundane sides of yourself, and your Mythos themes are all the kind of fantastical superpower side of yourself. While you're in the collective unconsciousness, you can essentially believe the fiction stronger to gain power, but that also means giving up some of your mundane self, and that is represented by cracking a Logos theme. On your character sheet, you'll see that on Logos cards there is crack and advance.
Right.
If you crack a Logos theme 3 times, it breaks. You don't have that theme anymore, and it changes into something else.
Sure. Okay.
It immediately
okay.
changes into a Mythos one, so you become more magical but less human.
Right. Okay. I will crack. I must see my parents again.
How many times?
I'll do it twice.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay. Roll with. So give me a roll power +2.
Power +2.
Power +2. Gary, come.
You got the touch.
Sorry, I'm just trying to get it to actually do the roll.
Ooh. Is it mischievous? Is it being mischievous?
It is.
He's being a little kitty.
If it refuses to do it, I'm happy to kind of roll on my side for you if you would like. But
Can I just click any core move and use the power +2
sure,
from that?
that'll do. That'll
Okay.
do. Yeah.
All right, I'll just do investigate.
Yeah, how the hell do I move my token around? By
If
the
it
way?
wants to, it doesn't seem to even be letting me do that, which is fun.
Oh, roll 20. Why are you being awful?
There we go. Just roll 70 times. Okay.
The good old
Whichever
roll.
one you want to take from that is totally fine.
I'll take the first one. It's all good. It's
Okay.
all good.
Yeah.
So you gain 1 trace, and you can use traces to find what's called the heart of the shard, where the final boss lays, to be meta for a second. Also, you get to describe what you understand better about this place.
I understand from this how can I learn more about how emotions of the boss affects the actual feelings and vibes of the dungeon. Is that something I can learn from this?
I just realized I need to add empty glasses to the clues and items bit. It was red and yellow.
We're just assembling a Kim Megazord here.
I wanted to have, while you were figuring out the dice stuff, I want to just have Lucian go up to Kim and be like, oh, "This is very cute. Is this a little tuxedo? Aww." That's very charming. You're very dapper.
There is it's a specific piece of Korean military garb, but I can't remember the current name of it. It's Korean military garb, you asshole.
Are you an officer?
I'm a
Some
motherfucking
very-
soldier.
Oh shit. Wait,
You look very tough, Kim.
like Sigourney looks over at Sabine. I said a cuss!
she gives you a really big pat on the back.
But yes, sorry to go and go back to the understanding of the scenario at hand. Yeah, you kind of get that, especially after understanding why the cocktails here taste like paint, might reflect on how Yusuke feels about alcohol. For one
Right,
thing.
right.
So there might be other things within this piece of the collective unconsciousness that reflects their emotions on this particular location or scenario.
Well, we know that Yusuke isn't a drinker at the very least, and that security is pretty scary.
With that, I'm going to move you all very briefly while I go and move to the next scene.
When do cracks reset?
End of session, usually.
Okay, yeah. I just wanted to make sure because I had a crack on there from last session, and I wanted to make sure that I didn't accidentally
did you
just
manage
destroy.
To, I think that might have been by accident because I don't think you should have
Okay.
a crack.
That's why I got rid of it because I was like, I don't think I should have this, but also let me just ask about it now before it, before I end up cheating the game.
You move through the labyrinth and move to another area.
Whoa.
Please say it's a
Oh,
revolving
you know what? That was
door.
probably left over from the practice session, and I
right,
never unchecked it.
Yeah, this area is not represented in the art, but it is heaving with people. There is really intense, like EDM music just bumping at ridiculous volumes, and it makes it really difficult to communicate. Like speech here is actually really, really hard to understand. You're just kind of going, what at each other and not really.
Yeah, just doing the nodding, like yeah, when someone talks to you.
Do you want to place yourself in the scene, Sabine?
I feel great! I love this vibe! This song!
Is this music?
Oh.
I love music.
I just learned something about myself!
Sorry, what did you
Wow.
ask, Nathan?
Would you like to place yourself in the scene, my dear?
Oh, sure.
But yeah, it is quite packed in here. You're kind of able to work between the kind of glassy, textureless bodies that were also in the lounge. Snitchy's wearing a hat. Lucian, you feel a splish of something on your forehead, and you glance up. It is so dense and the space is so enclosed that the kind of like walls and ceiling are sweating, so you're getting condensation from the ceiling.
So disgusting.
Mhm.
Oh no! Oh god! Lucian bumps up to nauseous 3.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you do not enjoy it. You do not enjoy it.
Sudden flashback to university. I lean over to Lucian. Like, I'll buy you a drink if you lick the wall.
Oh man, I never went to that particular nightclub. I know the one. I know exactly the one you mean too. Oh god, I never went there. Maybe it's for the best that I didn't.
I don't want to know.
Mm-hmm. Before long, you're almost jostled a little bit, and you're being like collectively kind of pushed forward to an area in the space, and you are eventually pushed into something of a clearing. Like people make room, and standing in this throng of people are two figures that appear to be. I just flipped him upside down instead of revealing him. That's clever. Layer, token layer. Two chess pieces. Chess piece people. Very, very similar to the Shohei and Vilma Tenma that you encountered at Yusuke's house. These also seem to be a bizarre fusion of human and wooden chess piece, and they both pose in dramatic b-boy style at you.
Damn.
And the crowd cheers and whoops, and everybody, you see these figures link arms and push slightly closer.
Kim, I think these guys are challenging us to a dance-off.
Exactly my thoughts.
What?
This scene has the tag. Let's see if I can find it correctly on my notes. You all have the tag hemmed in.
Hemmed in, alright.
So there may be instances where rolls that you're doing might go against the fact that you're in a very tight space, under which you will get a -1 because hemmed in is working against you. Or it might work for you, depending on what you're doing. But yeah, they pose dramatically at you, and then let's see, the bishop head dashes across the floor, does a knee slide, and then tries to do a ground work breakdancing kick to sweep Sabine off their feet.
Oh shit!
Sorry.
Breaker style.
Awesome.
Yes.
Okay. And Sabine, when the chess piece is going to break dance my legs, can she throw Longinus onto the ground and have him kick into the spear instead of her?
Sure. I think this is going to be a dodge roll in the game mechanics.
Absolutely.
And since Longinus is one of your tags, you can absolutely use that. So yeah,
okay, cool.
When you avoid incoming danger, roll plus power.
Fuck yeah, okay.
Hopefully, Roll20 will work with you this time.
Oh, I know what I did wrong the last time, so I at least will not fuck up the same way as I did the last time. Okay, yeah, +1 for Spear of Longinus from that. Cool. Okay. Add modifier +1.
Oh, in your power section up top.
Oh, is that? And I'm still completely juiced up, aren't I? Yeah.
Yeah. If you set that to 0 just to make that easy, and then if there are additional modifiers, we can add those in. But I don't think there are any additional tags that are working for you right now.
Right. Yeah. Sorry, it's going to roll with the plus. Oh no, it just rolled with the +1. Awesome.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Oh yes, because this is a macro I made separately to.
Awesome.
But yes, it's a full success. So you utterly succeed, which is great.
I think. Can I describe what happens?
Mm-hmm.
So as the breakdancing bishop rolls up to sweep me off my feet with his sweet dance moves, instead, we see basically a red dot, from a sniper on the floor, and then just Longinus drops down and slams into the floor as the bishop tries to smack me. He hits his shin off of the really cool spear.
Yeah, a big spear just falls out the sky, and he's like, ah! Or silently, they have this one doesn't have a mouth, so they don't say anything, but they kind of reel back in surprise as Shin goes straight into, fleshy iron.
Right.
But describe the spear for the kids at home.
I mean, really the best way to describe it, the way I pictured it is just straight up Eva's Longinus. It's a long red spear with a double-pronged fork at the end, but there's a spinning, twisting sort of design alongside it, and that we can say is fleshy. It's pulsing. It's almost like veins along this red spear. It's pretty disgusting to look at.
That's.
How are you feeling, Lucian?
Yeah, too nausea.
I'll pay you. I'll also pay you money if you lick that.
Actually, Sabine, you didn't realize you were capable of doing that.
Exactly. This is the first time she's done anything related to this, so she kind of is also kind of staring aghast at Longinus as much as everybody else is, I think.
I suppose this means that you avoid taking any damage, for one.
Dope.
You also, I think, just for moving this on, you also avoid getting separated from the others or losing anything valuable.
Fuck yeah.
But yeah,
cool.
Yeah, the attack fails. But it seems that the audience are cheering for sick dance moves and for blood.
I think I would like to just pull it out of the earth and like spin it around and just wield it from here on out now.
Is it sticky? Is it?
Yes, it absolutely feels
no.
like the floor of a movie theater.
Oh, that's Sabine. That's cool, but also that's kind of nasty.
Who wants to go in? Who has a move prepared?
I have.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
No. We'll go ahead.
Yeah,
Phew, thank God, because mine's way cooler.
Actually, I'll go first.
Okay, so let's see. Do I need to set up an attack, or has an attack been set up by that spear drop?
Oh, actually, yeah, no, we can work this way. It's I guess if you're trying, because this is technically not a straightforward combat scenario, so openings are less important.
Okay.
I feel that if you want to do an attack, you don't need to worry about creating an opening for this particular scene, at least.
Gotcha. I'm going to. Lucian is going to do, produce a book out of their book bag and strike one of those, castanet poses, except holding the book over their head as they crack it open. It's actually the Wizard of Oz, and they, swoosh their head around, do a glamorous shampoo commercial hair flip as the book opens up in the air, and there is a spell card cut in that says, Emerald City Megalith, and I want to summon a emerald, basically like a miniature emerald skyscraper from the book to go and just punt one of these pièce de résistances in the stomach to knock them over.
Ooh, cool. That feels like a power through roll for me.
Cool. Can do. The tags are... Oh, I don't see... Oh, there we go, on cinematic moves.
So because we are currently in the collective unconsciousness, we are using Voidheart Symphony bits and pieces. So the macro at the bottom left, roll power, will have all the Voidheart moves available for you there.
Gotcha. Okay. I'll still mark the tags down.
Sure.
Okay, so I'm going to be using, of course, Manifest Literary Magic.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Oh, I'd like to... I'd like to use Well-Loved Literature also. And... would Bottomless Book Bag also fit in?
Yeah, I think for this particular instance, I'll allow that.
Okay, cool. So then...
You're rolling with +3.
Mm-hmm. So if I mark these powers on the sheet, then that will also...
It won't affect in the macro, unfortunately. My macro making was not pro enough to be able to get that to link up, although I did try.
Okay, so then I'll just click roll power, and
then it'll give you the modifier. There's a modifier part of the macro.
Oh, right.
I was able to make it not garbage, but it's just
so
not
smart,
perfect, unfortunately.
Oh my god, Lucian finally did a thing.
That's a real number. Yeah.
I can't wait for us to start rolling not like this.
You can destroy an obstruction or piece of scenery. You knock back. Basically, what would you like to do? Out? You're just hitting one in the stomach real hard.
Yeah, the idea is less to hurt them and more to I want to look good doing it, and I want to make them look bad, kind of weak as they're getting bleh!
Okay, cool. I like that. So you apply to them because you've got a power 3, a level 3 tag, a level 3 status to them. That is probably or to the crowd. The crowd, I guess, is more what you're applying to, I think, for this instance. Where everybody starts applauding. So yeah, a level 3 status applauding is now added to the scene.
Oh man, I just realized it would have been funny if I tried to apply my status green to this, being an Emerald City thing.
No,
it's fine. I already got a 13. I don't need more.
Yeah, I can't remember how to spell applauding. I'm smart. That's fine.
APPLAUDING.
I think I got that right then. Cool. So yeah, there is the scene now has applauding 3.
Okay. Can I go next? I have an
Sure.
idea.
Mhm.
I think sort of like Goin looks around and sees sort of like the crowd forming. It's like it's less like that's like a wrestling ring. That's like an audience, more just like a claustrophobic circle. And he's getting a little like uncomfortable because like he doesn't want to swing his big club around with this many bystanders.
Mhm.
So I think he motions to Kim and goes like, he whispers, "Hey, so I think everyone's like really throwing down to be here to the music. Like it's really bumping. So why don't you just, I know you've like one time I was listening to this really cool podcast and you just replaced it with like screaming and farting compilation. So I know you can do that. So why don't you play something equally bad over the speakers here? Maybe that'll hype down the crowd because we can't move in this."
Interesting. Okay, cool.
So
Give me. What kind of a role would this be?
I was thinking change the game.
Oh, sure, yes. One of the things that I was kind of like letting happen is change the game, even though it's a City of Mist move. It's still available in the collective unconscious.
Right.
No. I'm having that still be of it because it's a really cool move and adds tags to stuff.
Mhm.
And I quite like that as an idea. So yes, give me a change the game roll.
All right, so I'm using my embarrassing pranks tag.
Mm-hmm.
I love pranking. So that's just something I can do within the City of Mist. Embarrassing. Oh, can I also want to use the stage wrestling tag because I think the knowledge of like how to work a crowd here applies.
Okay. Yeah. No, those two seem sensible. Okay.
Change the game. Whew. All right. Barely.
A mild success. Interesting.
All right.
Okay. So what happened? You can generate a tag, which is good. Or I mean, like, you can clear a tag, which I guess one of those powers is to clear hemmed in. So that's one of the things. You also you can give or reduce a status by 1, if that's one that's like thematically sensible. You can create a scene tag.
Yeah, I think I would like to power down hemmed in, and can I can I DJ real quick?
I don't think that, because the way that I have the text set up where the audio is coming through Roll20, unfortunately.
Okay, because I have a song in mind that Kim can play over the speakers.
I mean, you can let me know what that is, and then we can just imagine it. But
all right, I'll drop it just in the on-air chat.
Yeah, I mean, you drop it in the stream chat as well, so everybody gets the impression of what this thing is, if you wouldn't mind. So.
Oh yeah. Wait.
Oh, all right. I know what you mean. Yeah. That one Resident Evil song, absolutely.
So yeah, I just want to like the one crowd scene is like the crowd is bumping, like sweat, like it's so intense. It's so much. There's so much like movement going on. Even the ceiling and the walls are sweating, like you said. The crowd is hyped up, reacting to every movement, every battle move. A lot of applause, and then just fart music comes on.
Yeah. Unfortunately, and because this is a mixed success, it also, because everybody is now severely unhyped, that also gets rid of applauding 3.
Ooh.
Because nobody's cheering anymore. They hate this.
Could I step up for one for after this as the music
Absolutely.
changes?
Lucian looks mildly miffed.
So I'd like to take the opportunity to pull one of the castle moves at this point.
Ooh, yes.
As Sonichi's there's going to be a moment of the lights clicking. It'll just zoom to Sonichi, who's got his hat pulled slightly down, both hands on the cape. On his kin. In a sort of level of seriousness completely not befitting this terrible music. He'll look at challenging at the piece that's been already winded. amateurs, and will attempt to do probably the most serious-looking dance-off that he can, which is completely out of scope with this god-awful music that's playing. There's probably going to be a bit of finger-snapping going on as he flicks the top of his hat up. The utter seriousness written
Doing a
across his
vaudeville
face.
routine.
Absolutely. So I'll be
Let's
applying
put
the
you set
castle
the
move.
stage, yes.
I'll be applying the castle move pratfall to this. So I'll be taking disadvantage in order to give anybody watching advantage. I believe is it something along those lines.
Yeah. That is. So you still make a roll. So what kind of thing are you going to try and do?
Absolutely. I think I will. I feel dance off will definitely proc my non-lethal combat tag.
I guess this is. Let's see. This might be a confront. Mechanically. Do.
Quick look.
Yeah. Cool. The non-lethal combat is definitely one.
I'll also slap on weakens one's faith, as it's obviously attacking their ability to dance. Seems to do far much better. So
okay, if you in the macros at the bottom, if you could click roll with disadvantage.
Yep. And power through, is it?
And give me a confront, please.
Okay, a confront.
I need to find. I guess I have to find music of worse tempo than. What's this jam? This'll do. You still do.
Roll like a tiny fighter.
You still do manage a partial success, despite the fact that you rolled with disadvantage. So you have 3 options. Whereas you go toe-to-toe with them. Their attack hits you harder than expected, the foe disengages, repositions, or attacks somebody else, or their power infects you, crack a Logos theme.
I'll go with the crack a Logos theme.
You pick 2 on 7 to 9, so it's that and one other thing.
Oh, right. And we'll go with attack hits me harder than expected.
Cool. You go... Let's see. The rook hasn't really got into the fray yet, and so you get all up in his face, and he gets all up in yours, and you do your big kind of like vaudeville, entirely tonally inappropriate routine, and then he just punches you in the face. You get thwacked 2.
Okay.
As a status. And yeah, one of your Logos themes cracks.
Do I something on him for partial success as well?
I guess you can you try to give as good as you get. So you give him a thumped 1.
I will put a crack on Fixer.
Sure. So he's taken some damage, and you've taken more damage.
Oh no.
It seems upon that happening, they both kind of like go back to back and start winding up what is quite obviously some kind of team up attack.
Okay. Well, at that point, in that case, Goin steps up, finally room to swing their spike club around, and like motions
up into the fray.
Oh yeah, steps up and motions for Sabine. Like let's give him a team attack back.
Tell me where to stand and we'll make it happen.
Right here. And just Goin assumes like a baseball stance with the spike club, and just ask, you want the left or the right one?
I want the one that I started with. Give me that bishop-looking motherfucker.
All right. I'll take the king. What is that? What piece is that?
Looks like a rook.
Like a rook. More like a crook. And look over expectantly at Lucian. Like, see, I can do that too.
Lucian rolls their eyes and then pinches the bridge of their nose.
See,
I give you a high five going.
Yeah, high five. See, that's what you do to us. That's what the puns do to us. Anyway, I would love to start. Just take a step forward. Or actually, Marcy, do you have any suggestions for like a team up attack? Because I do want to coordinate those. How would the team up look?
We should do something like, can you like launch me off of your bat, and I can like come like dragoon jumping down onto one of them?
Absolutely. I can.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. I hold out my clubs like horizontally, and you just like step up.
Yes.
And I want to just launch you up in the air. What do I roll for that? Voice of God.
So I think Sabine, you can use one of your tags that will add to Goin's roll.
I don't want to put Tenchi on yet. I don't want to awaken to that power just yet, so I'll do something else. Let's do operate past your limit. Like, this seems like, doing some fucking like dragoon jump falling from the sky thing is like some super
bullshit.
This is some superhuman shit. So yeah, let's do that.
Cool. So Goin, in addition to the tags that you will use up to 3, you get this bonus 1 extra point of power.
3. Alright. So I'm gonna use the tag, it's a big club.
I think this is going to be a strike. So yeah, it's a big club. Is there anything else you're using?
Let's see. No, I don't think anything else applies.
Okay. Well, this is roll with advantage, so use that macro, please.
Yeah. Roll advantage.
It's a strike, and it's +2 power.
+2. Add modifier. Boom. 10.
Nice.
Hey. Excellent.
Funny.
On a hit, yep, you damage them. Yep. And it's not 7 to 9, so there is no downside. You just kick ass.
Okay.
So yeah. Like Sabine jumps, Goin swings upwards, and Sabine just kind of goes flying out of the kind of space. Flips round.
Kim makes a slide whistle noise.
And descending through the chandelier, you just kind of spear through this one.
God, yes.
There's a proper like shing effect as you dash through them to the other side, and I think this is now this upgrades with the 2 power to crushed 3. It also interrupts their team up attack.
Yeah, of course it can.
However, the rook who was unattacked kind of steps forward, points directly at Lucian, and throws out some of the flyest dance moves you've ever seen.
Oh, what? Am I good enough for you?
And just kind of like tongue lolling out of their mouth, draws a line across their neck. You gain the temporary tag Discouraged, Lucian.
Oh, man. I can't step to that.
Oh. Lucian, what do you mean?
As they kind of like body block their ally from harm, they're just kind of like
Out of all the people here, you would have been the most likely to step up.
I'll do it, but I can't do that with my tongue.
Channel the nausea, sis.
Okay, green power, not nauseous. I'm keeping it down. I feel great. I'm so excited. Oh man. Yeah, can I retaliate with some avian themed dance moves?
Yeah, sure.
Is it the chicken dance?
You notice that there is no longer a crowd to applaud for you, so it might be easier to work on the tag that has already been established rather than starting a new one. But you can definitely make it a combat dance move.
Oh, absolutely. Oh man. Okay. In the spirit of team up attacks, actually, who wants to dip Lucian?
Well, Sonichi's right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And offer you some assistance.
Oh, perfect.
Oh,
Yeah.
Kim's right there. Just saying.
I do not trust Kim to catch me, both due to his stature and also our relationship. Lucian is going to like pirouette over and then fall into Shinichi's arms, and as they are doing all of this spinning, I think they're like leaving a trail of floating papers behind them. They blow a kiss at one of the pieces, and all of the papers just turn into origami birds and pelt the chess pieces.
You just kind of go whoop round to the other side as although the papers explode. So Sonichi, what's one tag that you want to give over to Lucian's role?
I think I'll give them a devastating riposte, as it sort of
very nice.
hiding the fact that we're making an attack.
Very good.
Throw out the way for
Good call.
Lucian, give me a roll power. That advantage has been used up, so it's just a flat one. But you get the bonus +1 on top of whatever tags you use.
Cool. Well, I'm certainly using Avian Sign Thoth Migration.
God, such an extra tag, it's so good.
Thank you.
There's a tilde in it and everything.
Absolutely, it's spell cards, baby. And I think... Ooh, let's see. Anything else that would be good to add to this? I'm okay with that. So that is a +2 on this, right? Okay.
Give me another strike.
Okay. Strike. Modifier 2 and submit.
9. A partial
What are
success.
these? Oh my god, Nathan, you're no match for any of us.
There is a revenge attack that kind of happens, unfortunately. So you
with Sonichi accidentally positioning Lucian in the way of whatever's about to go.
I think this is a good way to have this happen. The papers explode, and it does more damage than you would expect. It seems that their wooden nature kind of takes over, and they just kind of shatter into pieces, and shards go everywhere. So they are now shattered 5 as these daydreams are dead. Can you kill a daydream?
Who knows?
They are very gone. But the shrapnel flings itself around the space.
Pog.
And this sobers you up, I guess. And under current circumstances, you no longer are nauseous too. However, that injured you get ticks up by 1. And you are what's the best way to kind of describe this? Impaled is too strong.
Skewered? No, it's also punctured.
Yeah,
That's the
punctured
one.
3. Punctured 3.
Ooh.
Fucked
It
up
sucks, but you regain clarity of your circumstances. But
Bad time 3.
That certainly brought me about. I'm not thinking about the sweat anymore, or the licking, or any of that. It's a plus. It's a.
Hey, oh my, hey, yo, that looked painful. You okay?
I'm fine.
No, but it'll be fine.
I mean, you just got punctured 3. That doesn't sound fine.
I know. That's why I said it's not fine. I'm punctured 3.
Right. So what can we do? How can we make it like a perforated 2?
Lucian, as they say, I'm punctured 3. Motions to 3 points on their outfit that have been punctured.
Dun, 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 dun.
Well,
Yeah,
there is a move for recovering, which is find shelter. So to move while you move on from the space, when you search for a safe space to recover, roll plus power, and then on a hit, each player picks one. So I guess Goyne, would you like to look for shelter?
Yes.
Since you are wanting to do some medical triage, is there any particular tags that would be applicable to finding shelter?
Let me see. I don't have anything now, so.
Okay, give me a flat power roll, please.
All right, find shelter. Here we go.
Ooh.
It's Lucian dies.
Yeah.
Tenchi falls on his skull and crushes him instantly.
In chat.
This would take a little while to represent visually, so I'm going to kind of skip over it. But basically, you have a look around to see if there's anywhere in the environment that you could go and find a spot to kind of rest up. But let's see. You managed to find kind of like a bunch of like booth seating areas where you can maybe have the opportunity to have a sit down and collect yourselves. And there's a police siren outside. Excuse me.
And then the cops arrive.
Fuck!
And
The
then
cops
show
are
up, and that's why
here.
you can't rest. Whoops.
And they arrest us for teenage drinking earlier. Oh no.
Sonichi and Sabine would pass a breathalyzer, is all I'm saying.
But yeah, as you try and find somewhere quiet to rest, but it seems that the 2 dancers that you defeated in combat have friends, and they were coming back for revenge. They didn't like the fact that their friends had taken a hit, and you have to kind of go on the lam again to outrun all these additional chess pieces showing up. There are like 10. There are a lot of them.
So you should go shout out. Backstage, it might get us to the areas where the other stages are. They might be linked.
Okay, Sonichi, would you like to make a travel labyrinth for me?
Yeah. I don't think I've got anything that can particularly apply to this, so it'll just be a flat roll.
Well, for traveling the labyrinth, you can
crack
a theme if you want.
I will put 1 crack on 0 hour contractor then.
Okay.
Try and improve the mythos
roll
a
with
bit.
+1 for me, please.
Is it just power through, or
there is there's specifically a travel.
Oh, there is a travel allowance. Yep.
8. Let me double check what you get for that. On the 7 to 9 pick 1 and 10 plus pick 2. Cool. So you gain another trace, which is basically your understandings about the environment. So what other thing do you understand more about the space?
Is it failure that's causing this labyrinth? What's the negative emotion attached to it?
There is
What's
definitely
the
there is definitely a let me phrase this in a way that ties into what just happened to you. The idea of failing performance seems to be a particular bugbear, with the sheer retribution that was kind of thrown down upon you as you ran from the scene of these 2 chess pieces failing. Definitely rang as a sore point in this space. That seems to be a big deal. This is there's also an additional thing which I forgot to kind of award Sabine for, and I apologize. So we can maybe do one of the
Whatever.
now. Yeah, I know. So we can pick 2 now. So there's a list of options in terms of the next area you end up in. There's something valuable in the next area. You see what's in the area before entering it. You'll be able to easily leave the area once you enter. There's a potential ally in the next area. Shinichi, since you got 7 to 9, you can pick one, and then I'll let Sabine pick another one.
I think Shinichi's going to go for potential ally.
Okay, cool.
And I want easy escape.
Cool. As you kind of like run down the corridors, the TVs that are lining the corridors also kick into life, and you get another kind of like hazy, static-filled scene. The video shows Yusuke coming home to his parents waiting for him. They look nervous and want to talk to him, but before they can begin, Yusuke's eyes turn cold and glow red.
I'll listen to you, but first, you trust me with anything, right?
And then the scene cuts out again. The scene moves on.
Again, with the red.
Wait.
Huh?
Oh yeah, feel free to go and chat about the circumstances at hand while I set up.
So, because I'm noticing a color theme here. Lucian's green, I'm blue. Shouldn't we have gotten red in the midst?
I think Sabine's got that on the glass picked up.
All right, you can still got the glasses. Wow.
But
So-
no, I think the thing that's coming to my mind is the difference between our mythos and obviously what this one is. We're sort of wearing ours like outfits, where it seems like the mythos is wearing them.
That's the important distinction, isn't it?
It's taken over.
Before long... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying, who's the pants in the relationship?
I think if Yusuke has anything to say, nobody, I imagine, because he's a drag queen.
Oh, okay, I get it. Nice.
Because dresses.
I'm so glad I let this scene run on longer.
Hey, does anyone else have any other jokes? Can we get some more jokes? Bits, anyone?
It's starting to drag on a bit now. We should probably move on.
I was going to say that. Damn it.
Perish.
Going to kill Shinichi.
Oh, that was a joke. I get it now.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
yeah.
I'm fanning myself in real life, Jesus Christ. Okay. Before long, you run down these corridors and you feel like you're going down further, but you go through another door and you actually end up higher up, and you all end up in this kind of like balcony area in the rafters of the studio of the nightclub, and you can kind of see in the space down below there seems to be a performance going on, a big properly like vaudeville style giant stage, big red velvet curtains, gold trimmings, a whole bunch of figures down below with like glow sticks waving around. You can't quite see who's on the stage from here, but yeah, it's there seems to be some hardcore routines going on in the distance. There don't seem to be any enemies though.
Yep.
It's Hatsune Mike.
Hello, it's me, Hatsune Michael.
However, you do get an incoming call in your brain pan.
What's everyone's brain ringtone? Mine's the Resident Evil basement theme, so you just hear.
Sneaks over the...
Am I coming through?
Fields, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
There, Andy.
Hi, I can tell you're getting close. You're quite deep within this shard of the collective unconsciousness. A progress report?
I found this guy, and I think it's like Goin leans in close to the cam, like, "Hey, I'm on the phone. Say something."
It seems as though Goin has found some sort of goblin and adopted it as his son.
Maybe that's a physical manifestation of the Mythos?
It seems Mythos related, absolutely. Oh, and I have a spear now. I awoken to my powers. It's pretty cool. Fields.
A spear? Oh, well, congratulations on it manifesting physically. It seems that you're all slowly coming into your own and understanding the Mythos side of yourselves. I'm glad, and it seems to have served you well so far. Although, as I said when you entered this shard, don't push yourselves too hard. If it's getting too dangerous, you can call for help. I should be able to hear you, and we'll see what we can do from our side.
Gamma Team can fuck off. We're not calling for help. But thank you, Fields. I appreciate it.
I'm nailing this. It's fine.
Lucian, you want to say something?
No, it's fine. I think there's maybe ways Fields can help that don't involve calling Gamma Team. But,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fuck.
If we get to that point, we'll get
Fields, fuck Gamma Team. Lucian's got.
I'm green.
You're also green. Lucian's green is a problem.
I taught Goin how to curse, Fields. Are you proud of me?
I'm going. Wait, I'm blue. I was gonna say.
You are going.
I'm
Both
going.
of these are true.
Both those things are true. No, I was gonna say. I'm also blue and Lucian's green.
Huh.
They're also perforated.
Well, at the very least, while you're wearing the collective unconsciousness, what would be mortal wounding to an ordinary human is lessened while you're in the space. Fictional heroes don't go down from single attacks. They can claw themselves back from surprising amounts. So you're maybe a little hardier while you're here, but as I say, don't put yourself in too ridiculous amount of danger. If there's a way that I can help, I may be able to give you a bit more information. We've been doing some research about previous explorations in the collective unconsciousness. When there's been instances of people who have sequestered themselves away deep within, they tend to not emerge for just no reason. They are usually brought out with something especially symbolic. We tend to call it a key to their heart. It's usually an object that has significance to them outside of the collective unconsciousness, or something deep within the collective unconsciousness that has great symbolic meaning to their circumstances. If you've come across something like that, if you drink deep, maybe you'll be able to get them to show themselves.
Okay. Deep. So I assume if we do find, when we find, I'll get my names. Yusuke. I assume it's not quite as simple as just beating him up and dragging him out of here, or is it?
That's a very good question. I don't know what kind of state Yusuke Tenma is currently in. There are probably multiple angles under which you could get them to relent. That might be physical force, it might be something else. To drop out of voice of Agent Fields. So when you were in that combat with the dancers earlier, there were two separate tracks that you were dealing quote-unquote damage to them, getting the audience to applaud, but also physically defeating them. So there may be things relating to Yusuke that are not necessarily being physically bested that will get them to relent if you can get it up to a high enough value.
We should kick his ass, though.
We may need to perform some percussive therapy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hopefully if they're deeply believing in fiction, damage that you do to them won't be mortally wounding. But yeah.
Well, that's reassuring that we're not governally mandated to physically, murder somebody while we're on our
I couldn't possibly get teenagers to do that. You can tell that he sounds alarmed on the other end of the phone.
Occupational hazard fields. We understand.
Well, mind how you go. And do your best out there. I'm rooting for you.
We won't let you down, but if we do, we'll fix it.
And hands up. For whatever that means, of calling into your brain.
Yep. Does that mean you'd be quite happy if we were adults to send us in here to murder somebody?
Yes.
Wonderful.
I mean, maybe. You'd probably feel less terrible about that.
Is that Gamma Team?
Gamma Team is just the murder squad of adults, yeah.
Wait, do we want to be better than Gamma Team? Does that mean we have to murder more?
We have to kill harder, yes.
No, I see. I don't. Look at that.
So where is this Yusuke Tenma?
Yeah.
To introduce another mechanics thing. Sorry to interrupt with mechanics stuff, but this is essentially the tutorial dungeon, so you know. When you attune yourself to a token of the mundane world, roll plus power. On a hit, attune to the token and ask a question. And there is stuff like, what did the collective unconscious promise the nightmare? What is the nightmare doing right now? What does this item mean to the nightmare? I will answer, and you can use this knowledge to warp the castle shard. When you use this knowledge to warp the castle shard, crack a Logos theme and describe what you want to happen, and it just does. Tokens attuned this way become keys that allow for the final showdown with the nightmare.
Alright. I guess we can roll drink deep on that.
Yeah, who would like
red
to drink
black.
deep?
I think Goin does not like alcohol, so he doesn't want to do anything with the gesture of alcohol.
This feels, I guess, in terms of your loadouts, to give you a low ball, this feels like strong Lucian territory, but there are people who have a better understanding of Yusuke, and I will give one additional power for somebody who's, got a better understanding of how Yusuke operates. Which is currently Sabine and Shinichi.
Yeah, I was thinking this might be more up Sabine's alley, but...
Yeah, I suspect we can probably play on the whole Maki connection. I think of all the people that he went to, her opinion's going to be something that he cared about. Oh, sorry, she cared about. So that might be something that helps to anchor and drag them out of this collective unconscious. Or,
well, you do have the physical item of red eyeshadow on you, so you can definitely use that as the focus for your drink deep roll.
So, she's sort of pondering a little bit and say, I mean, theoretically, could we use this focus and maybe try and almost emulate Maki's voice? Worried about him? Like maybe that calling across the club, across the speakers, and causing some sort of emotional dissonance, he'll say, looking quite proud of himself for using long words.
I quite like that idea, Shinichi. Well done.
Yeah, no, because I think they had a big fight over this exact thing, so maybe Yusuke will just feel remorseful and want to make amends if he hears Maki.
Okay.
When he's sad, we can go and pound him. Great job.
Exactly. We can trick him.
He's emotionally crippled at the moment anyway. Let's kick him further into the pit.
Exactly. I'm glad you understand.
I'm feeling more like you saw the videos. I kind of want to give the poor boy a hug.
Do you see where he is now, though? A hug isn't going to get him out of this deep, dark, paint alcohol place.
First, we make him not the pants in this relationship, and then we give him the hug.
I'm on board with Team Hug. I think we're not to split the team, but let's not form Team Hug and Team Pummel.
Fine, if everybody wants to hug. Everyone wants to hug. I'm not gonna pummel until I get the okay.
Maybe like another dungeon. You can put the pummeling on hold.
We'll see.
Shinichi, what tags would you like to use for this drink deep roll?
Ooh, let's go and have a look what's appropriate. Am I pulling my own tags, or am I investing ones from the No, she may. Would make sense.
You're getting 1 bonus power from just understanding this shard of the collective unconscious sum. So you're at minimum rolling +1. But
yeah. So I think weaken one's faith is probably one. I'm not sure if I want to either apply perfect pitch or I know a guy. Actually, no.
Pitch sounds, I think, more appropriate for what you're doing.
It does, doesn't
cool.
it? So perfect pitch and weaken one's faith.
Which is +3 in total with this additional one that you're getting for understanding the shard. So roll power, use the macro in the bottom left.
Yep.
And use drink deep, add 3 modifier.
Okay.
7 to 9. Let me just double check. There's a cost. Okay. So yes. Okay. Interesting. Right. So the eyeshadow in your hands begins to kind of like shift and warp, and it turns into a microphone. And you speak into it, coming out with Maki's voice perfectly. What do you say?
Let's have a quick think. What should we play on for this? Yo, shit. No.
Oh my god. Shinichi goes, Yusuke, wake up! No!
Do death grips.
Something probably along the lines of Yusuke, come back, and I didn't want to fight with you. I just want to talk.
The audience goes dead as that echoes out over the speakers across the entire nightclub. The entire nightclub falls silent. There's a pause. The
Drop.
Screens in the space flicker into life once more. The video shows Yusuke at the 8th Square Club again, and he turns to the audience and says,
Hello, everybody. I am Regina Rojo, the queen of this establishment, and before we get started, I want you to swear fealty.
The audience look a little confused, and some of them applaud politely and try to get into the act and go like, yes, absolutely, yeah. As they stand up to applaud and be like, we swear fealty, they then stiffen, almost taking on a wood-like quality, and slowly turn to the rest of the audience.
The first rule I'm going to enact: attack these infidels who refuse to swear in fealty to me.
Oh shit.
And these living chess pieces slowly start to just wail with spinning fists, no combat ability whatsoever, on the rest of the audience, and a fight breaks out, while Regina on the stage just broadens, smiles wildly. As it cuts to static. You see now the audience on this surrounding the grand stage below you have almost fully cleared out. They've moved to the side, and the curtain descends again, covering the shadowy figure that was there. You know where you're supposed to go to next. You don't even need to roll for it. We're gonna hit a break in a nanosecond, but I just get into the nice stopping point.
Mm-hmm.
As you move through the space, you eventually arrive on at the main stage area. A gigantic red velvet curtain and a stage surrounding as you kind of look up at the space. The microphone that you use, Sunichi, vibrates in your hand, almost like a low thrumming sound, like something huge and high pressure is approaching, like a spiritual drum roll, and then appearing on stage before you all.
Hello, everybody. I am Regina Rojo, and welcome to the greatest show on earth.
And with that, we're going to go into a break for 5 minutes for a drink break. Ooh. But we're going to do it with a new eye catch. We have a new eye catch design. Sunichi, this one's yours. So let the music run for a little bit, and then when you feel ready, say Arcana Corps in your most anime eye catch voice imaginable.
Arcana? Oh, no. Damn it, blew it. Arcana Corps. Arcana Corps.
Nice. Welcome back, everybody. We just kind of took a quick break. Who wants to tell me what happened last time on the first part of Arcana Corps before we get into the big boss fight?
Underage drinking, goblin kerfuffle, battle royale dance floor, and childhood trauma.
Yep.
Sunichi discovers his singing voice.
Right, vaudeville steampunk freak.
Very good, very good. Okay, yes. As we resume, let's cut the music because this is some tense shit right now.
Mm-hmm.
On this resplendent red and gold theatrical stage, Regina Rojo is there to perform. She turns to all of you, or looks down imperiously at all of you, and is like, "Oh, thank you so much for appearing on coming to my show."
I should do the voice. Thank you so much for coming to my performance, and all the way. It's a long way to travel. But if you want to be part of the show, then there is an opening step that you have to perform. Say it with me, everybody.
And all the kind of chess piece people who are in the background all say out loud,
Swear fealty! Woo! Yeah!
No?
Oh,
Fat chance, Regina.
don't be like that. This is the greatest show on earth, and I want you all to be a part of it.
I think it's a solid 7 out of 10, if I'm honest.
Phantom on Broadway was pretty good.
Regina, you're not okay. You need to stop this.
her face kind of contorts, becomes a bit more serious and aggressive.
I worked so hard to bring this whelp of a performer to the icon you see before you, and you're going to turn this performance down? Well, I have news for you. The show is never over when I'm around.
And smoke dramatically fills the stage, and she vanishes.
Yeah, working hard to whatever that mythos is means kicking the shit out of people who didn't buy into the terrible act. Cool. It's cool. Makes sense.
And
seems normal.
From the smoke emerges her head, smiling widely, larger than before. And as the head rises out of the smoke, you see that it is actually attached to a scepter.
Mm-hmm. Oh, fuck.
Holy shit, that rules!
Oh my god.
I am very excited I finally get to show you that.
Holy shit.
Well, I think
Greenwood,
we have
you
our...
are a genius, and I love you. But yes.
Let's
we have our
begin
target.
the final act, shall we?
Long live the queen. And Goin takes out his spike club, points it at Regina.
The Emperor is attacking. They wind up the head. They like hold the scepter like a baseball bat. The chess piece floating where the neck should be spins round lazily as they look like they're about to take a large wide swing at all 5 of you at once.
Ooh, shit.
Kim.
What's... Oh, Marcy, you went first.
I don't want to upstage you. Go for it, Gwen.
No, I think Will is either you or Will, because I saw you both go.
Go ahead, Will.
I didn't have something. All
right.
I'm just that kid was also being targeted.
Oh.
Okay, I mean...
okay. Then it's all yours.
If it's on me, then it's on me. Okay,
Yeah.
I think this is probably the time to go into Tank Sabine mode. So I want to... the dramatic moment of the big reveal here. I think Sabine steps forward with sort of Longinus like over her back, and she's like leaning on it with her arms very coolly. And she takes one step forward ahead of the group as the Emperor winds up, and she says, "Arcana," and much like Titanfall 2, like when you call one of the mechs and it drops down, basically she wants to summon the full might of her Mythos.
As a separate entity to yourself.
No, I want to like jump into it.
Cool. Yeah. I'll still draw the token onto screen anyway, just because.
Yes.
If it'll actually let me do that. Hey, let me do the thing, please. There we go. It descends from the sky, and with a loud lands next to you, and echoing from inside it, it's
"Take me, and then we shall enact revenge upon everyone."
Sabine slams Longinus into the ground and grabs Tenchi by the hand, and then she like gets sucked up inside of Tenchi. And
change your token, please.
Now shit gets real. Basically, I want to step forward in my cool mech, and I want to use my Tenchi tag to add a couple of power tags. Don powerful armor, godlike invulnerability, and protect Sabine Kistner. Activate all 3 of those, and just stand at the ready to basically...
Give me a dodge roll with +3.
Right.
Gorn just goes, holy crap.
Fuck.
Ooh.
Did that show up? It's not showing up.
Oh no, I looked at Sinichi's, sorry. Mine takes a long time to roll, and I don't know why.
Oh,
there we go, 11.
There we go.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, nice. Describe as you block this big sweeping attack. The mouth of the head on the scepter is open wide, like it's going for a big bite to go and like snap you in half.
Yeah, I think Tenchi just walks forward and just eats the blow, basically. Just like walks into the slam and just takes it and like stops the swing dead in its tracks.
Nice.
And there's just like a big burst of wind from the momentum carrying forward.
On a +10, pick 2. You avoid taking harm, you avoid getting separated from the others. The foe's heedless pursuit of you creates an opening.
Create an opening and no harm.
But you do get separated. The attack kind of keeps pushing, and she swings you behind her as she goes fully around and into the air.
Cool, I like that.
Could I attempt to take advantage of this opening, unless someone else wishes to keep him? Sneak's going to, rather than reacting in horror at the sudden appearance of a giant mech and the channeling thing, will look like he's had a slight revelation. So you can sort of channel the darker sides of your mythos. He'll suddenly let a very calm look on his face and lock eyes with the monstrosity in the centre of the stage and say, it's a good performance. It could be better, but it's definitely supported by its fans. And channeling the power of the Napoleon of crime, he's going to reach into his thing and pull out a concealed Webley Mark VI Victorian era service revolver. And point it at the nightmare, and then just around into the crowd and empty all 6 shots into the loudest members of the crowd.
Yes!
Oh my god! Oh shit! Yeah, go and give me a strike, please.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's when you're taking advantage of an opening. Yeah, roll plus power.
Oof.
Nice.
Boom.
Ah, Jesus. Okay.
No, that went a bit dark. Apologies.
No, it's good.
That was dope.
This is the kind of gritty edge that Persona likes to indulge in as a series. So I'm into it. Yeah, on a hit, you destroy one of the foe's qualities, and there's actually one that you can destroy off the bat. It's not in a 7 to 9, so there aren't even any repercussions. So you destroy Rapture of the Audience. The Red Queen's loyal audience will happily destroy themselves for her.
But they've all been shot dead.
You beat them to punch.
They flee after you kind of like you launch to your like alarm 6 clean headshots into the audience, and the rest panic and scatter. And in fact, they start panicking. They start moshing and infighting amongst themselves now. So the area around is now just a roiling, thrashing mass of chess pieces.
What is Regina's response to her audience leaving her?
She is she kind of like oh cool. No, we can work this in. She actually lets out a big sigh and then kind of sits down in the front of the, like, leaning over the edge of the stage, and Lee is like,
You misunderstand. I don't need an audience to perform. It's just a supplement to the art. And I can always gain new audience members so easily.
She leans down to Goin.
Swear fealty to me, and only me.
She is trying to inflict you with Oath Sworn 3.
So you've been so pissed that you can't do anything about this. Fuck you!
Yeah, no, I did a little bit of mental math about who it would hurt the most to try and steal. Go and give me a dodge roll to try and resist this charming influence.
So I think the tags for this I want to invoke is one-man hype machine for my Squire of Strong Style, Logos, because swearing fealty is the least, like, that's not WWE at all. That's why would you swear, like, that's like the Alliance in wrestling, that's like, he's not there yet. He needs to be the villain. He's the heel at the moment. So he's gonna stay that way. So I'm invoking that one.
I wonder, the way that you phrase that, what better way to be a heel than to join the villain of this narrative?
That's true, but also he wants to make a name for himself. He doesn't want to rise through the ranks with someone else. Okay. Also, this is not wrestling. Would like to point that out.
It is. It is. I think there's probably an understanding of performance art.
This is totally
circumstance.
This is totally kayfabe. Yeah.
I think for now I'll let you use that tag, but there might be instances where that might not fire based on the circumstances.
Oh yeah. No, for sure. Like the performance, I think Goin and Regina actually agree a lot with what is going on here. But yeah, it was a dodge roll, right? So I will roll with power, dodge, plus uno. It's 8.
7 to 9. You gain Oath Sworn 1.
Oath Sworn. Yeah, I think just
rather
going.
than the resisting it fully.
Yeah, I think going sort of like looks because Regina's like much taller, right?
Oh, she's massive.
Yeah.
In the form of the Emperor, she stands like 10 feet tall.
Yeah.
I'm going to fucking kill her. I'm going to bash her skull in, I promise you.
Yo, yeah, I'm digging the duds. It's not kind of my style, but you know, I respect the art. That's for sure. Anyway, we're all here to help you out of this. So I'm sorry that I have to do this. And
no, it's fine. There's something I would like you to do for me. Delightfully. Take that mustachio gentleman's gun and smash it.
No?
Oh, you do? You're like, no? And then the oath-sworn part of you is like, well, that seems entirely reasonable.
Oh, shit. Hey,
check that.
Shall I break my concealed weapon tag?
Let's see how.
We getting someone else getting knocked.
This does a bit of a mechanical thing. So, Goin, the action you're going to take an action now. Your highest priority is to disarm Shinichi.
All right. Is there a way for me to let me check my character sheet real quick. Oh, I don't want to do it.
I will let you know that after this happens, your status of Oathsworn will drop by 1, and since it's already at 1, it will clear. But you can't avoid the fact that you're currently Oathsworn, unfortunately.
Okay. Well, alright. Well, Shinichi, I'm just letting you know that this is not something I intended to do.
Won't take it personal, friendo. Won't take it personally.
I know it's a cool gun and all, but and he like grabs it out of you, and like the physical motions are very, I feel, stilted, puppet-like, and super aggressive.
Oh yeah.
So
from
wiping the gun
Shinichi's
out.
perspective, you look like you have a knight's head for just a fraction of a second as you lunge in to take the gun from him.
I'm not turning into like a chess piece, right? I don't know how to play chess.
Oh no.
Shinichi, what do you do under the circumstance? Do you let it happen, or are you going to try and resist?
I think I'm just going to let it happen, because I think given it looked like it wasn't, he wasn't fully taken by it, Shinichi, rather than fight, Goin's just going to, in fact, let the gun drop.
Goin, you've achieved your goal, and kind of outside of your own control, you take your club and just repeatedly smash it against the gun on the floor until it's in pieces, and then your vision clears, and you no longer have Oathsworn 1, and you feel very foolish.
I don't know what to say about myself there.
Get a hold of
Lucian, what do you want to do?
I am. Let's see. After seeing this, there's a lot that's happening right now. Lucian has answers for a little of it, but between giant mech and the mind control feels more understandable. But let's see. I think so. Just to check, are we working within the framework of setting up attacks and then cashing them in, or are we
creating openings and then attacking?
Great.
That doesn't necessarily need to be I take a physical object and attack kind of thing, but you're executing the opening to break one of her qualities. You've broken one quality of 3 so far.
Okay, I would like to try to create an opening by, let's see, what would be a... I should have been thinking of this. If Shinichi... Oh, you already went. Okay, so basically, Lucian would like to crack open a book, going to summon something from it in order to basically disrupt her regal appearance in order to try to inhibit her ability to force fealty upon others.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of what the book is, I think it's going to be Dante's Inferno, and it's going to summon an uncomfortably literal plume of flame. That I think a plume of flame with all kinds of screaming of the
damned.
Screaming of the damned and the people that the writer of Dante's Inferno personally didn't like.
It really is just Bible fanfiction, huh?
It's canon now. Okay, so yes. Let's see, I'd
the
like
mechanic
to...
for the specific move for creating note naming is line it up.
Okay.
So, what tags are you going to use for this roll?
Let's see, for this roll, I'd like to use Manifest Literary Magic. I think I'd like to try to use, well-loved literature, because Dante's Inferno is a pretty old book, and Hidden Connections, because I'm trying to go for the link between their regal appearance and their ability to dominate others.
Okay.
Cool.
Go and give me roll power.
Okay, roll power for line it up with a 3. Hey, money!
11. Nice, real numbers. On a 10 plus, pick 1. The foe sends your attack your way. The opening only lasts a few moments, or the foe sees you coming and you'll have disadvantage using the opening. So you have to pick one of those things that still happens.
I'm going to say that the advantage is fleeting, so someone else will have to take advantage of it quite quickly.
Cool. I think for mechanics, you also leap on the stage with her and send this gout of flame across the stage, and it is surprisingly visceral. Strands of hair catch fire, exposed skin reddens and bubbles as she screams in pain, being, set on fire. It's not great. Sabine, you are up in the rafters and really fucking angry.
All I want to do is fucking kill this emperor, and so that's what I'm going to do.
All right.
I want to
the opening is available.
For the audience too. I don't think anyone knows what Tenshi really looks like. It's basically like, imagine if a mech had like a human body skin trying to like burst through it. So it's like a mix of like flesh and metal plates, and it's really disgusting to look at. Just so everyone's clear. I think Tenshi is just going to like walk off of the balcony and just like fall like spear first into the Emperor, going mostly, for like she wants to just go for the head on the scepter, really.
Okay. Go and give me a strike.
Okay, and I'm going to use Spear of Longinus as a tag, Wrathful as a tag, and Revenge as a tag as well, so +3.
Okay.
We're fighting love. It's demolition.
Exactly, you get it? Slow rolls.
Roll 20.
Because it's got to come all the way from America over to...
Exactly, yeah,
Pikes
mailed.
under the Atlantic.
Ooh.
Great.
Ooh, 7 to 9. The architect picks 1. Right. What I'm going to say, because I kind of want these nightmare fights to be quite visceral. The spear, you descend from the rafters and plunge into with the lance of Longinus out directly towards the head. It lodges in the scepter, and while it like she bites down on Longinus and is kind of holding it in her teeth while it's jutting out back the other side.
Hell yeah.
Oh no.
And she shakes you free, like the body thrashes the scepter around and you're thrown clear. You deal damage to her, and Praise Your Ruler is now broken. The Red Queen can hypnotize people into her service. But you have to, the Lancer Longinus tag is now burned. It is unavailable for the rest of the encounter. But she leaps into the audience now, and is ready to go quite toe-to-toe out of a sense of desperation.
Okay, I want to use one of my castle moves now, because I have one of those, and it's called Hey Asshole! When you insult or distract an enemy, roll plus power. On a hit, they focus on you. So, I want to go do that. I want to go... Regina! Who are you even trying to fool anymore? Your audience is gone. You're hurting everyone around you. You're making people into slaves. They're not fans of you. They don't respect your art. They don't love you for who you are. You're just fooling yourself. Snap out of it.
That's good. Unfortunately, give me a second to work out the music bot, because there was supposed to be a music change that's probably happening on your end, but not the stream. There we go. Nice. Hell yeah. Just calling her out in front of everybody. How dare you?
This is real drag house tactics.
So roll plus power.
Roll plus
power.
So
what tags are you applying to Hey Asshole?
So let's see. I need to memorize my tags. Holy moly. I think I'm gonna apply Iron Facade and Traumatic Self-Improvement.
Ooh, yes. You're throwing your own ego on the line.
Yeah, exactly. This is all because this is too real to go in. So what would that be?
So that is... I guess it doesn't really... It's not really tied to a specific roll. So roll power using the macro at the bottom and just choose anything. It doesn't really matter.
Alright, I'm gonna just power through then. +2. Let's hope this is a good roll.
8.
It's okay.
7 to 9. Pick one. You get +1 armor against their next attack, reducing the status you take by 1. They reveal an opening to your allies, or you have a clear escape route.
Alright, I'm gonna give one of my allies an opening. Actually, no, scratch that. I want to give Sabine an escape route. I want her to not get hit by the... or whatever comes next.
Thank you.
Cool. What she does is that she picks you up in her hand and just slams you into the floor. And
Sabine isn't going anywhere again.
You take Impact 3.
Impact 3, alright. I'll write that down.
She's desperate, but her attacks are now getting quite wild and ruthless. It seems that Goyne is in dire straits.
All my ribs. All of them.
Lucian, I'll try and create an opening for you.
Sounds good. Make it happen.
Right, Sonichi's going to take advantage of this moment to move up as quickly as he can. I'm going to apply one of my shadow moves to the situation as well.
Everybody's using their big powers.
Give it a go, absolutely. So I'm going to crack a Logos theme to temporary change my non-lethal combat tag. What Sonichi's going to do is stealthily, while not in sight, suddenly leap forward and attempt to grab, pulling a face the Lance of Longingitis, and attempt to drive it into the back of this entity, or at least pull it. Won't be able to attack. Sorry, pull it round in a sort of way to create an opening for Lucian.
So give me a line it up roll, and you can use your new temporary tag, Lance of Longinus, as part of the roll.
Okay, so that'll be 2.
I'm glad that I had to rejig that move quite a bit to make it work, and I'm glad it did.
I quite like it. It's quite one of the
Sorry,
cooler
what were
ones.
the 2 tags that you were using in addition to?
Apologies. It was Homogeneous and Nobody Notices Me.
Oh, sure. Cool. Yeah.
Now,
On
put it-
10 plus on Line It Up, you pick 1. The foe sends an attack your way. The opening only lasts a few moments. The foe sees you coming, and you have disadvantage using the opening.
Okay. I shall make the opening only brief. I think will probably be the.
Oh, okay. Absolutely. Yeah, you are clinging onto the back of the spear jutting out of the Emperor's head, and like holding it, pinning it to the ground, so you're like pulling on the staff, preventing that arm from moving. Goin is thrashing around in the other one, but it's not going to be long before she maybe throws both of you clear.
Go on, great leader.
It's my pleasure.
Here comes
And I am going to use one of my shadow moves, Chaos Eyes.
Yes, I was hoping you would.
Of course. But Lucian's Chaos Eyes are eyes from some of the many books they carry around. So basically, they reach into their book bag, toss a couple books in the air, which float and fly open, and laser beams start charging from them. But they're not aiming at the Emperor. They're aiming way above them, at the gigantic chandelier hanging over them.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me reposition everybody slightly.
Thank you. So I'm absolutely going to be trying to drop this huge ass chandelier on the Emperor.
Presumably there's this pause of a look of horror between Goin and Shinichi as we look up and realise what's about to happen.
Don't worry, it's fine.
Kim?
Go give me a strike.
Okay, let's see. The tags I'd like to put on this are 3 steps ahead, adamant, ambitious leader, and
Chaos Eyes would be the last one, since that counts as a
cool.
tag.
Neat. Okay, strike with modifier 3.
Plus 3 is very useful.
Yeah.
It's all good.
We like
I'm not mad at people succeeding more than they fail during encounters like this, to be honest with you. Okay. So with strike, none of the revenge effects happen because it's over 10. So yeah, describe to me as how you finish the Emperor off and break their last quality.
I think the beams fire up above the Emperor, and I think maybe the Emperor is even a little smug at first, making fun of me for such a bad miss. And then the camera cuts to right above as all of the lasers are focused right on the fixture that was holding the chandelier up.
Your aim is miserable. You wouldn't be able to stand on our stage for a moment. What?
It takes a subtle eye to see the machinations behind truth. And as I think the chandelier falls, and because of how it's concentric rings, I think it falls perfectly to dunk on the Emperor and separate the head spear from their grasp, while leaving Goin and Shinichi
thrown clear in the ensuing carnage.
Oh, that totally works too. Yeah,
as the chandelier collapses.
Big flop.
We go flying, and I think Goin and Shinichi give a slow motion thumbs up at each other.
So, hold on. I need to readjust this because
actually, this is a perfect. Lucian, Shinichi is above Lucian, Goin is above Sabine. Did they try to catch us? We're flying through the air.
Yes, I think Lucian is absolutely going to close the loop on Shinichi, dipping Lucian before as Lucian catches Shinichi in a bridal carry fashion.
Feel
is
free
the
to move
Emperor
your tokens to go do that, but that happens. You don't need to roll.
is the Emperor like still here, or have they started to like fade away?
Well, before that happens, I have a meme to do, so give me a second.
A meme.
Okay, enough of that. That's never going to happen in the campaign again, but I wanted to do that once.
Great job. Good job.
It's a persona, I'm pretty sure.
Right. Okay. Yes. As the chandelier lies in a heap over them. The form smoke covers the stage again, and they are obscured.
Okay. If the Emperor disappeared, I'm going to go over to Goin, and I would like to use my castle move, inspiring healer. I'll have to roll a 12, and then heals. Oh, that's how that works. Okay. It's whenever I roll a 12 plus, then I can use inspiring healer. So never mind.
As like a side effect of
right
rolls and stuff that you do. Sure.
Right.
However,
why didn't you catch me? Ow! Fuck! Dang it!
Just nothing. Just silence.
The sound of heavy breathing from inside a robotic suit. The smoke clears, and the kind of bits of chandelier shift away to reveal Regina Rojo, and they glow with an energy, and then rising out of them is a card that kind of floats in the air.
Sabine's gonna march her fucking ass right over there and just swipe the card.
As they then turn back.
Ooh. Whoa. Sabine, stop! We fixed it!
Sabine, be careful with that.
She's again no response, but just holding the like outstretched hand of the mech, like with the card just like squeezed in it.
That. You get a call from Agent Fields. Cool.
Status report. I felt a gigantic surge of energy.
Fix it, but I think Sabine wants to over-fix it.
Why? What happened? What? Give me a status report. Tell me what you guys see. I can talk to you, and I can hear energy. I can feel energy readings, but I can't see what's going on over there.
There's a card. There's a card who floated out of Yusuke. I think it's important.
Sabine's in a giant motherfucking robot suit.
That also.
And she's very angry.
He interestingly ignores Sunichi and Lucian.
A card? Please retrieve that and keep it somewhere safe. And make your way outside as soon as you can.
Goin just like wanders over to Sabine and puts a like very like he hopes that she can feel touch through the suit.
Do you put a hand on the flesh or the metal part of the suit?
With reluctance on the fleshy part. that makes sense. There's like a squish, but like Sabine, it's okay. Think of the cats.
I think then Tenchi like withdraws its arm from the area floating above Yusuke where it grabbed the card, and it just like turns swiftly, starts to walk away. Like it gets over here, and then like mid stride just fades, and Sabine like falls basically, and like just down to the like onto her knees. Like she doesn't collapse or anything, but she's there, and the card is like just floating next to her now.
Yeah. If that came out of Yusuke, then I have a feeling that is maybe a concentration of whatever negative mythos was taking over their body. Please keep that somewhere secure. We wouldn't want somebody to be corrupted by that.
Where am I? Sorry.
Lucian, you can put me down now.
Still bridle carrying him.
Oh, right. Okay.
How adorable.
That's so cute.
Yusuke, it's okay now.
All I remember was, hold on. Where are we?
Don't worry about that. It's a harder question to answer than you might expect, but we'll be headed back to town shortly.
Is she still here? Is she still? And he kind of like grasps at his chest, like his heart. Is she still here? I don't hear her.
Sabine, I think, like holds the card between her fingers, still like kind of winded over in the corner, and is like, who? Your tall, dark, and handsome friend? No, we're taking her into custody.
I'm glad. And he starts to try and explain what he last remembered.
Can I have you a smoke, says Shinichi.
Hand me one of those, please.
Roll 20, play music for me, please. Roll 20.
Hurl you a suspiciously unmarked packet of cigarettes across the.
She uses hers to light yours.
Can also cut one and go into lights his cigarette with a fire extending from his spiked club.
So there's like three of us, like delinquents, like smoking in the corner of this like dungeon.
So like, oh fuck, it was, oh my bones.
As you all kind of sit down and try and catch your breath, Yusuke recounts what they last remember.
Whoa.
It's the magic hour, and a warm light gilds the city before nightfall. A student walks home after school through the historic quarter, head hung low. They seem worried. Suddenly the sky darkens as if a thick cloud has blocked the sun. A cold wind blows past, prompting the student to look up. They see a fortune teller's store, a neon sign of an open hand with an eye in the palm. The student enters. A close-up of a mouth talking, smears of lipstick hurriedly removed. We hear nothing, but know instinctively what the mouth is saying. Can you help me? Another mouth and close-up. Infinitely old, also not a day older than 20. Of course. The cards know all. A shot of hands hovering over a spread of tarot cards face down. Hands with long, golden nails reach to a card and start to flip it over. Underneath is a bright light that swells in intensity, and just before we get a glimpse of the card's face, static. I've done some horrible things, I think.
Yeah.
It's alright, Yusuke. I don't think it was entirely you.
I spoke to my parents like that. I spoke to my fans, my friends. I ruined every social relationship I've had. Fuck. Shit. I need to leave. I can't be here anymore. I need to leave.
We're gonna get you out. Lucian, how do we get out?
Well, I'm sure we can at the very least retrace our steps.
Right.
Ooh, can I point out an exit sign, because I from my earlier success I had an easy way for us to escape from the next area. So can I just be like, oh, there's a little exit door there.
Fire escape.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, pretty much.
Under instances where escaping from a shard of the collective unconscious is necessary, all you simply need to do is thoroughly disbelieve in fiction.
Fuck books.
Sabine takes a big drag of her cigarette, stands up and dusts herself off. She goes, "Well, all nightmares end as soon as you wake up, huh?" And she gives like a little salute to Yusuke, and she like fades as she like stops believing in the fiction.
Actually, whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah. Oh, you've moved yourself out. Okay, cool.
Hehehe.
I was gonna be like, I'll delete you, but you moved yourself out of the scene already. That's fine. Yeah. How does everybody else kind of fade away? I guess Agent Fields interjects. Did he say that there was somewhere in the historic quarter? Everybody make there soon. Maybe everybody make haste there as soon as you can. I'll meet you there.
Right. Going wanders over to Kim. He goes like, he says like, "Are these places the only time I can see you?"
I'm always with you. I'm just a little more with you than average.
Right. Hey, nice meeting you, little dude.
See
And
you
he,
later,
like-
shitheel.
I can't repeat that word back to you. And he gives him a high five.
He's
Small
gone.
high five.
He's vanished.
My own self left me hanging. I can't believe that. And then he disappears.
Coin's like, "Hey Kim, I had a really fun time. When can I see you again?"
Would you date me? I'd date me.
Kim didn't give me their phone number.
This was oh my god. This was the phone number to the homeless shelter. Fuck you.
Okay, I'm gonna move things on a little bit. Is there a specific line you'd like to say before you vanish out of the collective unconscious? Lucian and Shinichi.
Yeah, I have something, but this is going to also going to be to try to help bring Yusuke out.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, Lucian places a hand on Yusuke's shoulder and says, Let's leave this behind us. I think this is over now.
Yeah. I don't want to play this game anymore. And they vanish from the space.
Shinichi's going to doff his hat slightly. I, however, am going to keep playing this game. I don't know who you are and who's out there, but this is going to be fun, I'll say, and bow to the non-existent audience and disappear.
That was good.
That's all.
Got to say the cool line while no one's listening.
That makes it cooler. When no one's there to hear it, it makes it 10 times cooler.
Absolutely.
You all make haste to the historic quarter, to the address that Yusuke gave. You stalk the streets and trying to find a shop tucked in between two buildings, although it's almost as if there was never a shop there. You follow the address exactly, and it seems to match what Yusuke said, but you don't see a shop at all.
I would say that means that the unconscious is most likely removed from this place if there's no shop here.
Yeah, the air doesn't feel
sense.
thin or strange.
Yeah. Is there a random passerby? This is
Sure. Yeah.
going approaches him and goes, "Hey, and points at where the shop would be. Was there a store there? You remember?"
Oh, well, I've been working in this area for quite a while, and I must say I haven't seen a shop there of any kind. What were you looking for, a bookshop?
No, just a different kind of shop. That's very, very... Thank you so much for answering.
Sorry I couldn't be of more help, sir.
That's
Have a good day.
Perfectly fine, you too. Alright.
Agent Fields also arrives on the scene.
So, no one has a memory about there being a store here. Seems-
Something existing in two worlds, perhaps? Maybe it could only be seen because of quite how the state Yusuke was in.
How much he believed in it, yeah.
Indeed, unreality bleeding over into ours.
Yes, it does seem that under circumstances where the world between fact and fiction becomes thin and new spaces can appear and disappear. After all, you entered into a different nightclub entirely from the 8 squares. They were in the same location. They were in the same location, but they were very different places, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
I can't imagine that the 8 squares would have much business if they sold the paint that they were selling in the unconscious.
Paint, you say?
Yeah.
Well, it seems that you have a long debrief to go, and let me know. Thank you so much for managing to find a member of your school. You've done absolutely fantastically, above and beyond what we would have expected. I look forward to working with you more in the future.
Bet Gamma Team would have fucked this up.
Undoubtedly, they would have fucked it up.
Case 1, speak when you're spoken to. End.
Hell yeah.
Yay!
Yeah! I'm gonna see if we can get our kind of like downtime scenes in the next half an hour and then wrap up. I think we're able to do that. It means that the scenes might be a little shorter than what you have in mind, and I apologize.
Sure.
But
It's okay. I'm in like 3 scenes, so that's okay with me.
Oh my god.
Move over.
Sabine is such a social butterfly.
Apparently.
Oh, that was so good. That went so well. Oh, it was amazing.
Absolutely.
Right.
Ah, c'est pique, non?
Très pique.
Bon vivant? Ah?
Major pog moment.
Qui met un fuckhead.
Super cool. Oh, excellent.
Par excellence. Hein? Non?
Pog champion.
Ah, ah le pochon!
Oh, wow. I mean, I'm sure French Twitch is a thing. I know that there's usually a French restream when games done quick.
Can I
wonder
just
if
say
they-
this? Pochon de Elizo.
I fucking hate you so much.
So, several days have passed. A handful of days have passed. I'm just going to let that one sandbag. With Yusuke pulled from the collective unconscious, a few days have passed. Andy Fields has thanked you all for your work, and you've been paid a solid sum in yen sterling. Usually just called sterling here. And you've headed home for your ordinary lives. Today is just an ordinary Thursday. Things are peaceful again for now. But the shadowy events of the past quietly linger. Since we're on the map, this is now downtime, where you can explore the space,
Relaxing.
and hopefully that also is mirrored correctly on stream. Wonderful. Yeah, we're gonna have very brief downtime scenes with you that will build up your social links. Let's start first with, since we have our color-coded pins, let's start first with Sabine.
Hello.
Where would you like to go today for your downtime? This is a school day, but it's now about 5 p.m. School's over.
I think Sabine likes to, after school, hang out on the rooftop, kind of scope out the place, wait for her parole officer to give her a call. So she likes to go somewhere like calm and quiet where she can, have that phone call and smoke some cigarettes.
Yeah, the rooftop of the school is usually the easiest place for delinquents to kind of hang out but still be on call for your next class. It's in Red Brick. Oh, no, let's not move all of them. I just want you.
We're all in school still. Ha 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 ha.
We're gonna go and have a brief travel to Red Brick, absolutely. Let me make sure that I'm in the correct space. Where's the roof area? I think it's this one. Cool. Yeah. Let's go to the rooftop of the school.
Awesome.
Yep, that is the most anime of anime school tops.
It's so good.
I normally try and find photography of places and do the kind of like pointillistic comic book style to make it work. But for the life of me, I could not find a good photograph of the top of a Japanese high school, so I had to go for an illustration instead. But yeah, Sabine, you're here, and I believe there's one other person also in the scene. Who else is here?
I believe it was me for this one, wasn't it?
Indeed.
Yes.
So place yourselves in the space.
I think I like walk out of the stairwell, instantly, like, you know, tucking my cigarette pack in my breast pocket of my jacket and getting ready to put it into my mouth and light it up. And then I see someone over there, you know, up against the chain link fence, the light illuminating them, so I don't know who they are. And I like hurry up, like put the cigarette back in my pocket and like walk over. And,
no need to hide them, Sabine. I did sell you them after all.
Oh, it's just you, Sanichi. Hey, I didn't know that you hung out on the roof after school.
I've been needing a bit of quiet time. I've been doing a bit of writing. Also putting away a little notepad he's been writing on.
What are you writing up?
Thoughts, mostly. Just after the events a few days ago. Personal feelings. What happened to Yusuke? What's happening to us? Just trying to process it a bit.
She lights her cigarette and leans up against the chain link fence right next to you, like back against the fence, clearly in a way that would make a teacher go crazy if they were to see. She looks at you and she says, "Yeah, I'm still not quite sure how much of what I remember is real and how much were the dreams and the nightmares that I had afterwards, but everyone I've talked to from the group seems to say that it's real, and you back that up, so it had to have existed. You haven't seen Yusuke back in school since this, have you?"
No. I think he's been back in touch with Maki, possibly.
Yeah, Maki did get in contact with all of you, thanking you a lot for being able to find Yusuke. Yusuke has apparently been very cagey about what happened to him. And he is in a lot of trouble, essentially being responsible for stealing a fuck ton of makeup. And the grievous bodily harm caused by other chess pieces, he hasn't been pinned for because what? How could they prosecute that?
How do you talk about that? Yeah.
But yeah, fortunately his parents were in a position to be able to help bankroll the cost of the stolen makeup, and he's definitely going to be working part-time jobs for quite a while to earn the money to be able to pay off all of the stuff that was stolen. But he's back to living something resembling it again.
Sabine takes a puff and chuckles and just says, "Let this be a lesson to both of us and to Yusuke that crime doesn't pay," and she winks.
Yeah, you obviously have to be slightly better at it also.
She nods.
Yes.
How are you holding up?
Reasonably fine. I think, although my Mythos certainly isn't as, I won't say in your face as some of the other ones, I think it's playing on the back of my mind a bit more than I may have let on. It's weird. I just have these sort of odd moments of clarity where I'll be just walking along and I start making connections, like sort of beyond just the small scope of us and Andy and Yusuke, and that there's something bigger at play, and I want to know what it is.
Makes you think, that's for sure. Why there's an entire government organization dedicated to getting teens to go into this alternate reality and do battle for the sake of the world or some shit. Yeah, I mean, this definitely isn't a natural occurrence. There's got to be something that's making all of this happen, so...
Yeah, I'm going to piece it together. Also, probably dropping the cigarette and rush it underfoot. One thing, though. I recognise the look in the back of Andy's eyes. There's some guilt there. Something is not calling us.
He's got a past that's haunting him, that's for sure. I feel like if he could still wield his mythos a little bit better, he'd still be delving into these mysteries and shooting first and asking questions later. That seems like the kind of kid he used to be. He's got a lot of guilt and a lot of weight that he carries.
Yeah.
I would know.
Of course. Well, let's see if we can do a better job than he did.
You hear footsteps up the metal stairs leading up to the roof.
No.
Bursting out of it is a student that Shinichi recognizes. This is Tom Pippin, I think an underclassman to you, but also works for the same air quotes delivery company.
Tom?
Hi. Good.
Hey there, little Kohai.
Yeah. Hi, Sabine. Sabine, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, you got it.
Yeah, nice to meet
One
you.
of Shinichi's boys.
It's one of my bros, says Shinichi with a nod.
Tom flushes. We work together. We're like work colleagues in that.
She smiles and just takes a big drag and just goes back to watching.
Yeah, he doesn't actually react to the fact that you're openly smoking at school. He doesn't seem to mind or care about that too much. He turns to Shinichi. Mori, we got a job tomorrow.
Fantastic.
Yeah, delivery to the Elysium Islands, that big posh school out there.
Wait, what? Excellent, Bill said. Right. Really?
Yeah, they are. I asked the boss about it, and it's like, oh, the school kids. So it'd be weird if I went. So he's sending school kids.
Who the hell on Elysium is buying your shit?
I don't know yet.
He looks back at you. You don't know what we're selling. We're selling pizza, innit?
Of course, pizza.
Yeah. That's all. We're supposed to be at the Atomicon College campus at like 9 a.m. So you might have to skip a bit of school. Call in sick day.
Well, I did feel like I was coming down with something.
Yeah.
I'll vouch for you in school, Sinich.
Catch you later, y'all.
Always appreciated, Sabine.
Bye, little Kohai.
They pop their head and kind of wave goodbye before kind of like heading in. And
Elysium, huh?
Yeah. Not actually been over to the island. This could be interesting.
I think you can actually see Elysium Island from the roof. The Jungsburg is pretty hilly. The heights are obviously the hilliest part of the area, so that stretches almost behind you. If you were looking on the other side of the building, you could see some of the heights. But you can
Take
see
lots
the
of pictures when you go. Give me a postcard if they've got any.
See what I can pull up.
glittering on the shore, whether that is a natural sparkle or just the sheer amount of steel and glass that makes up an entirely artificial island. But yeah, you see it in the distance. And with that, let's move back to... Okay. Next up, this is Shinichi's free time.
Oh, camera hogging.
Don't talk to me about camera hogging, homie.
It's true. I shall enjoy these couple of moments. I think I was going the library and then back to my house. I think was the current plan. I
also realised that we've had the fancy other world.
Oh yes.
Let's change that back.
I believe Shinichi needs some slightly more dubious music.
We've got tunes, but yeah, you're gonna go and head to the library because reading is what fundamental. Give me a second to make sure that everybody's pogs are what they're supposed to be.
Pog?
Tokens.
I was gonna say everybody's pogs are champing, baby.
I'm really used to the streams that I watch where they use Roll20 a lot to do this kind of thing. They tend to.
I've never heard them called pogs before, but it makes such sense.
You know, I don't know. But yeah. Sorry, give me a second. Okay. But yes, the library where Lucian tends to hang out is in the historic quarter. I don't know whether you have control over that push pin or not.
That's a yellow one, isn't it? I do not know.
Oh, sorry. I'll move just a second. Just doing everything behind the scene. Right. I'll note to self to remember to give you control over your specific push pins. But it's in the historic quarter. And we're gonna go. Let's go and kick in the right tunes. Surprising amount of plate spinning for this bit, but we got it. We got it. Making our way to the historic quarter now. Lucian, you're already at the library. This is your day job when you are not, at school, is working as an apprentice underneath head librarian Evelina Terpsichore.
That Evelina Terpsichore?
Terpsichore, yeah. Terpsichore is one of the nine muses.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, Lucian is, I think, probably. Oh man, this is so mundane, and I think, but it might be a actually kind of relaxing thing for them to be walking along the bookshelves and just going and inspecting, making sure they're all in alphabetical order. It gets to be a nice, low brain activity thing to decompress.
Almost defragmenting, putting everything back into order again.
In the lovely sort of studious atmosphere of the library, and the absolute quiet is probably broken by Shinichi. Yo, Lucian! Afternoon.
Oh, hi, Shinichi. I don't see you here often.
No, been well, I don't know how to phrase this really. Probably best way to say I've got a bit of a job for us. Something I kind of wanted a bit of a help with.
Oh, hey, you're being a little cagey. What's going on?
So, it's the thing that we were involved in a few days ago. The thing in the games I sort of play, it's kind of about following the money. This is obviously not the first time such an event's happened, and the government's hired us, and they've got various teams set up. It's obviously something they're quite familiar with, and I want to get to the root of it. And my talents are sort of dealing with people and sort of gathering information, but I sort of need a man who's got the full sort of level for the minutiae of detail, which is definitely something you've got in spades.
I appreciate that.
So it's currently we know what we're being told, and very little else. I mean, is this phenomena something that's relatively recent? Is it something that's gone on for ages? Is it unique to the city?
Is it going to kill us, or at least make us, have our lifespan because of the mystical energy that's drawing from our bodies? Yes, there's a lot of questions to answer about it.
Yeah. That one hadn't crossed my mind, but thanks. I'll sleep very well tonight.
No problem. Misery loves company.
Indeed. So I guess the big thing I was wanting to offer help with was, maybe trying to focus the area of investigation a bit. Maybe we could do a bit of digging ourselves into... I was thinking, I assume as library this place keeps old newspapers and the like.
Yeah, there's a journalistic archival section right down the... Well, it's in one of the back rooms. It's... you can... generally get whatever you want from it if you ask, but yes, I can definitely start leafing through.
Yeah, because I'm just thinking these sort of things, they leave an impression at least. They'll be, as I'm trying to work out what's just plain rumour and what's just silly circumstance and what's actual, evidence of one of these events. Maybe we can start recent and dig backwards.
Yeah, I think that's a fair idea. It does strike me, though, that it might be worth skimming through some of the more recent ones and definitely taking. So, truth be told, I'm most interested in looking at the older reporting because I suspect that the newer newspapers aren't going to be. Certainly, no newspaper is going to be postulating about nether spirits or what have you, and with the maybe loosened sense of journalistic rigor that old papers had, they might have ironically turned out to be a little more closer to the truth.
See exactly the sort of insight I was hoping for. So Shinichi looking quite pleased.
Lucian gives a proud little sparkle.
Nice. This would be a thing that I think if we weren't slightly pressed for time, I'd have you roll stuff for. But instead, I'm going to, rest control a little bit and tell you what you find. You start to look at older history of Jungsburg specifically. And after a while, Shinichi, you having seen Elysium Island in its current state, you go and ask about that and try and do some digging on that. And you learn that there is a statue on Elysium Island of Pavo the Crown, a gender-fluid young ruler that was involved, ruler of this particular country when Jungsburg was formed. With that as some basis of a new point of research, you look into Pavo a bit more, and it seems that there's a text, quite an old text now, about the history of Jungsburg and Pavo in particular and the war that they were involved in. It says that they became a living legend after a period where they fell ill during a war and spent all their time reading and quote-unquote communing with invisible persons.
Oh my god. I think Lucian holds the. You said this was an old text. Holds the book in their hand and goes, "Oh, we're going to have some long conversations, you and I. I think you have much to tell me." Lucian looks oddly hungry looking at this book.
Yeah, I think genuinely add to your inventory for what it matters. Maybe use one of the status cards in your character sheet of a book on Pavo, P-A-V-O.
Nice, will do. I will replace green with that.
Yeah, I think all your previous status tags are now clear, with you having left the collective unconscious.
Shinichi noting Lucian's probably going to be here for a bit, so I think I'll take my leave. I've got a few notes I'll write back at home. I'd say my mother will be concerned if I'm back late, but I suspect she's either out working or drinking or both at the moment, so I think I'll just head back to my apartment and...
Right.
You are listening.
Mr. Harfang! Mr. Harfang!
Yes. Thank you for stopping by, Shinichi. It was genuinely quite nice to work together.
The children have entirely disorganized the books in the young literature section, and it needs redoing.
Could be right there.
Yes, indeed.
Pat off away.
With that, back to... Yeah. Oh, a thing that I should have done prior, and will have these things happen now. Sabine, please add either 1 help or 1 hurt to your relationship with Shinichi. I assume with how that scene went, it's probably a help. And
no, fuck him. Fuck him. He sucks.
Whoa!
And likewise, Shinichi, feel free to add either 1 help or 1 hurt with your relationship with Lucian.
Okay. I think help's probably fine on that one.
Cool, I've got 2 helps with Shinichi. We're pals.
Yeah. Next up, it's now moving into evening. And Goin.
Hi. Alright. I would like to have a scene at the good old community center where Goin volunteers.
That is industrial. No, that's green is Lucian. Wine red is going in the
it's
industrial district.
We talked about like this very old like industrial era cargo lift that is now being used as like a mobile platform, like a mobile stage, performance stage. And I think the community center is like when the cargo lift is all the way up the top, docked at the cliff. The community center is just like straight ahead, like it's very close to.
Yeah, it's on a particular ground level. It's actually quite high above sea level. There's because most of the industrial district is quite close to the coast. Some of the levels of it are actually at weird heights. Because, they had to build quite rapidly to keep up with the growing industry in Jungsburg. So, despite the fact that the area looks quite mundane, it is actually surprisingly high up in the air.
And I also think like for this, like the way this building looks, may have some touches here and there of it being like the reason why it was so close to the cargo lift is because it's like it used to be like a factory or like a processing plant, that kind of thing. So it has like that brick stone, like the industrial brutalism look to it.
Some of the back parts of it are still red brick, but they've built an extension on the front of it since turning it into a community center to make it a bit more appealing. But it's not especially well funded. And even though at the time the extension exterior was very fancy, it's definitely showing some wear and tear. Somebody should probably throw some money down to refurbish soon, but where is that money even going to come from?
Yeah, absolutely. And Goin is there. Currently, I think he's like on the patio, the patio, a tent, and like he's a lotus position, and there's just a bunch of cats. So like begging for his attention, like clawing at him. He's got his pockets, his coat pockets are lined with sweets and little bits of dried fish, and he's like giving out treats to these cats. Some have collars, some don't, and he's really intent on each giving them a name and teaching them tricks.
Every so often, when you're thinking up names in the back of your head, you get like, call this one dumb shit.
and then I just look the cat tragically in the eye. I'll just put like my hands around its face, cup its face in my hands, and go, "You're not that word. You are so much more."
Sabine, you have no idea what's going on in Glowing's head at the moment.
Yeah, I'm just walking up kind of casually, and I see Goin cupping a cat, talking about how it's more than that name, and I call out to him and just say, You and the missus having a fight again?
No. Hi, Sabine. This is this here. Actually, I'm trying to come up with a name for these.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that one around my trash can before. I think I called him dumb shit once or twice.
Goin looks back at the cat and just goes, "I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I was thinking of giving it a better name, but I guess you found him first, so that's only fair."
No, please. That's not a forever name. Just what I yell at him when he's ripping into the bags. That's all.
So, you've been around the community center, right? But before this whole shebang went down, we didn't really know each other well. So, glad to see you here. Now that we're partners in paranormal crime.
Yeah, I seen you hanging around here, feeding the cats sometimes when I come down to do it myself, but figured I'd let you have a moment of their time. I can't monopolize all the cats, so. But this time I figured I'd say hi.
Yeah, this one here, and he like gestures at all the cats. This one here is Vasily. This one here is Pachomi, and this last one here is Chowder. The other three, well, one of them is dumb
Dumb shit. You're allowed to say it.
No,
I think dumb shit's name more of a Alexander the Great, and then we've got St. Peter here. And then we've also got Ball.
Sabine, as you kind of call those names out, you wonder whether you're trying to name the cats or whether you're trying to name the mythos you think you have.
Right. And then this third one here is Beelzebub.
Whoa, intense, but that's cool. He looks a little raggedy.
I was gonna say, look at his stare. Look right into his eyes and tell me he's not a Beelzebub.
I mean, he's got.
See?
See, you get an anchovy, buddy. I give Beelzebub an anchovy. So
It gives a more sensible meow and kind of leaves.
yeah. So, how you holding up? That was
Fine, I guess. I don't really. I was talking to Sunichi about it earlier today. Some of it I can't tell from my memories what actually happened and what were in the dreams that followed. All I know is that it did happen and that you and Sunichi and Lucian were there, but other than that, there's a part towards the end that I really don't remember, but I'm sure it's nothing.
yeah. I was actually gonna bring that up. So you were inside of like a flesh thing. There was just like an organ cage around you. Do you remember?
Sounds terrible. No, I don't really remember that at all.
Do you
the last
remember?
The last thing I remember is stepping in front of you guys to try to take that swing from the Emperor, and then before I knew it, I was on my knees holding a playing card in my hand.
See.
Agent Fields has since taken that off you.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Well, that sucks. It was really cool how you moved and fought, but
Shucks. I'm sure it was cool. I'm glad you thought it was cool.
yeah, we did like that team attack. Remember, that was cool too.
Yeah, that was cool.
I just I just hope it wasn't scary, because it looked like it was scary for you.
If we had more time, she would do a roll to hide her feelings. Yeah.
For now, decide whether you want to hide it or not.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't. Like I said, I don't remember anything about what was going on, so I don't know if it was scary.
Yeah. I think it was real though, and I think that's really incredible. But also, I don't know what to make of it.
Shoot, me neither. I'm sure this isn't our last mission either, so the next time we go in there, I'll bring a video. I'll bring my phone in with me, and I'll record it before I go into that mech. That way I'll remember it for next time.
Sabine, your phone goes off.
Shit. Sorry, Goyne. I gotta take this. Have fun with the cats. Don't give Ball anymore. He only gets one fish a day. I'll see you at school.
It's a text message, actually, from Lucian, asking to, would you mind coming with him to the Starlight Lanes?
Then I still bid farewell to Goyne.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bye. And Beelzebub also says bye.
Oh man. Oh, I suppose it was not necessary exactly to get you to move back to the map screen for something that would be possible to do on the same screen as before, but I was too busy doing it by the book. It's fine. We're almost done. Thank you for everybody being so patient while I work through the final scenes, because these are all super. I think we're gonna the next session we do, I'm gonna spend a little more time getting the chance for some downtime chatting before getting into the mystery, because this is great. I love stuff like this. Yes, you make your way, Sabine, to downtown to meet up with Lucian at the Starlight Lanes.
I, push open the door, come in to see Lucian.
Ah, Sabine, I'm glad you could make it.
Sure. Whatever I can do to not go home yet. I appreciate all of the distractions.
Mm-hmm. You like to bowl?
I'm terrible at it, but it's fun. It's fun time killer.
Yeah, I can't imagine I'm terribly good either.
Do you think these old lanes still have the bumpers?
I think there's something satisfying about watching someone else's bowl or ball slowly roll into the gutter. It's
Slow,
relatable.
inexorable inevitability.
I completely agree. Let's face down our fears together.
As you boot this particular lane on, you see that it has pre-existing high scores with 2 names on it, and just 2. A Beauty and Threads seem to be the 2 people that use this lane.
Who won?
Beauty actually won this last game, it seems, but the numbers are close.
Well, sorry to erase a little bit of history, but we do need to keep score of ourselves here.
Honestly, I'm just surprised they had the space for more than 3 letters.
I've been to modern ones where there's like an 8-character limit.
Good. Yeah, I'm used to typing ass into these things. Maybe I can be a little bit more creative now.
Mm-hmm. What username do you want to use for yourself in the bowling lane?
Here, why don't we write names for each other, since I don't think either of us are going to be coming up with anything good for ourselves.
I like it. Perfect. Savine goes over and types in for Lucian butterfly.
Lucian goes over and types in Metabot.
Perfect. This was the right move.
And you start to play a game of bowling. Again, there would probably be rolls to see who is the best at bowling.
Full-blown minigame. Full-blown mechanic.
Oh, yeah. Now you'd be... so, actually what we will do, you realise that because while at Rider HQ, the lines between fact and fiction are thin, and you feel that you can use your powers here.
Oh, shit. Yes.
Oh, man.
So, yeah, give me one roll that you do while superpowered, essentially.
Fuck yeah, go for it, Lucian.
Oh, man. I'd like to use my castle move Reshape Chaos, which allows me to bend the collective unconscious to my will.
Do you really want the Karaka Logos theme to bowl real good?
I mean, it's, if the session's ending, it doesn't have consequences, right?
I suppose not. This one's a freebie. I'll give this one to you as a freebie while I double check how you clear cracks.
This one is, this one allows me to locate a secret passage or trap door to shelter from harm, which, of course, instead I'm going to have this be a secret passage or trap door from the gutter that just somehow drops down from the top of the...
Nice.
Yes.
And gets me probably a strike or maybe a split.
Nice.
I'm so glad that you're doing something with the gutter, because I was also going to do something with the gutter.
Looks like... Oh yeah, wait, hold on. Yeah, I've got a real funny joke, but first you do your thing.
No, go for it.
Lucian sees you looking at the gutter too and says, looks like we've both got our minds in the gutter.
Oh, Lucian. These are really good, but really terrible.
Lucian blows you a kiss and a sparkle.
Somewhere else, Goin suddenly has just a stomach ache.
I shouldn't have smoked that cigarette earlier. I shouldn't have said fuck a couple of days ago. Well then, yes. Sabine will also use she'll use a shadow move. She will do just you and me, and she will reshape the castle and trap me and the target within a sparsely furnished room. Basically, what I'm doing is making it like a hallway that runs along the edges of the gutter, so that I can't do anything basically but roll it straight down and hit a strike. Or just like bounce off the walls of a hallway.
Yeah, we get like dramatic vertical letterboxing.
Yes.
That almost acts as like a meta limitation for where the ball can go.
Yes, exactly.
You both finish your games, and Andy Fields walks in from downstairs. There's actually a downstairs to this building with Ryder HQ proper, although you've not really been down there yet. Having an evening game?
Oh, hey, Andy. Yeah.
Yes. Hello,
Just-
Field.
I'm glad you're taking the time to relax and enjoy the Ryder space. I know that the bowling alley is a relatively unusual location. It is a nice place to unwind after a successful mission.
It's true, and I'm trying not to smoke as many cigarettes as I used to, so this is a good way to relieve that stress.
I notice that you're playing on. He goes to one of the other lanes, switches shoes to bowling shoes, and starts up again. I tend to like to use this one myself. I tend to register all my high scores on this machine. You're using Team Gabba's lane, it seems.
Son of a bitch.
No.
Deleted
You
their
check your
score.
scores. They're not high enough.
Uh,
It's close. It's like 5 points in it.
You know,
Go for it.
it's good to play by the rules, but sometimes you have a point to make. Lucian opens up, takes some books out of their book bag. The pages flutter open, and bowling balls just start pouring out of them. We're getting this high score.
Oh, absolutely.
One more
I'll call.
game. You both say simultaneously as we fade away from the scene to elsewhere. It's late, and Sunichi has made their way back home to their flat. The parents are not in. It's maybe about 11:30 p.m., almost midnight, but not quite. As you click on the lights to your quite small bedroom.
So, he'll say, he'll put a couple of his notepad out on the side, reach into the top drawer of his desk, and pull out what looks like a white marker pen. Pull the top off with his teeth as he's pondering. Pavo, that's definitely going to fit in somewhere.
You turn off the lights to your room.
I do.
As you turn off the lights to the room, the white marker pen glows. It seems that it is some type of specifically UV or glow-in-the-dark style, and the bedroom wall is covered in notes that you've been researching ever since your first day into the collective unconscious. It's a mysterious place, but you'll understand it eventually.
A few more hours will do tonight.
And with that, we have reached the end of session 2.
Yo,
of Arcana
what?
Corps.
Yo, what?
Question mark, exclamation point.
What the fuck?
Yeah, we did it. That was so good. That was so good. I'm so sorry
like
for it running on a little longer again, like last time.
So
Depending
good.
on how people feel, we can still do comments and kudos, or we can kind of do that off air, and everybody can kind of give their outros and vanish off to the four winds. How do you all feel?
I'm feeling good.
Yeah, feeling good.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's
Still
do some comments and kudos. Who would like to give kudos first?
I've got a couple messing down. I will have to give the particular favourite moment going to Ruben for going to fantastic playing with the music scene in the nightclub. Just the just because I do recall the conversation of us all having about terrible songs and troll music, and that one just coming on, just being absolutely perfect. I've also got in my notes the fuck books. Also, reference to You Need to Forget Fiction, which I did have me in stages. I had to mute myself for a moment.
That's true. Fuck books.
Yeah, fuck books.
Nice.
Thank you.
Who would like to go next?
I would like to offer kudos to Marceline because Goin and Sabine had a lot of combo moments, like real fight combo moments, but also just like little narrative relationship moments.
It's very good.
Especially like the hand and the shoulder scene. I was unsure if that was gonna work. Like I really enjoy the tension that brings. That's something I really want to see more often. Like as we have like the big bad guy at our mercy, like one of us just becomes overcome with feeling sort of like the same sort of emotion that enthralled them in the first place. Like have like just to have that display and almost run out of control. And I was really glad to see like that final little contention, like, okay, what's gonna happen with this? How's this gonna work? And I think it's really sweet that at the mention of cats, I was like, there was going and a little bit of Ruben to be like, okay, how do I reach out to Sabine?
It was so good, and it worked.
And I like that, just that being the drip.
Yes, very good.
I'm going to give my kudos to Shinichi. I quite enjoyed it was really fun playing off of Shinichi in like a number of different ways, and the relationship between Lucian and Shinichi is fun. It's fun to explore. They're two like very different personalities in a number of ways, but it's very much like a peanut butter and chocolate scenario. It's not full diametrically opposed.
No, it definitely the difference in the characters do cover things, some of the gaps off quite well for supporting each other. As was one of the thoughts of the whole library scene. I thought that gelled quite well.
And I think Sabine is still yet to give kudos.
I would like to give kudos also to Shinichi. I really liked our free time. That was honest. I was in a couple of them. They were all awesome. I really liked the back and forth between Lucien and Sabine, and the tender moments with Goin and Sabine, but just the kind of like two shit kids just like fucking around on the roof. That was a really great set, way to set the tone of their sort of friendship and the kind of shit that they'll get into. I think that Shinichi and Sabine play off of each other very, very well. And you play the character very well. It's very easy to just pick up what you're putting down.
Thank you very much. It's
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say it's a very, very fun group to play with, certainly for all the character interactions and everything just gelling very well.
Yeah, you're all like harmonizing incredibly well. I'm really, really glad that you all get along and are all enjoying playing and bouncing off each other's energy. I think you also adapted really well to the scenario, especially since, mechanically you're still relatively new to how the flow of the game works, so you're all adjusting to it really, really well, and really believing in the fiction, to use, I guess, quite a meta term for what this campaign is about. So I'm really, really happy.
I did. I'd especially have to give you a shout out, Nathan, for the that edit that you did for that room scene, which did look spectacular.
It came out really well. This is definitely pushing some of my kind of like production skills. As we've gone through this, I'm kind of like, there's so much stuff I forgot. I was supposed to do a social link up graphic. I was supposed to make some cat tokens, and I just forgot. But it's all good. This is stuff that can happen in the future, and we can explore social link bonus stuff next time, because I think I'd like to use the majority of next session maybe to do some fun real world shenanigans in addition to maybe setting up Mystery 2. Speaking of which, what kind of stuff are we looking forward to in the future?
Beelzebub character progression.
When do we get Beelzebub to join the team, basically?
Yeah.
Whether there's like a Morgana or like a Teddy.
Right.
You like a team mascot, really.
We do need a mascot.
I mean, Kim's doesn't count.
I was going to say, to be honest, Kim is your mascot. Kim is absolutely your Teddy. They better
I
in a
don't
surprisingly
know.
similar way.
I don't want him.
No, I don't want him to be our mascot, please.
You know, it's funny people are saying that, because I think the thing that I want to see more is like a little bit more Kim. I really like the Kim involvement. I think during the fight, it was a little funny being like, she's targeting all five, or like, yeah, they're targeting all five of you with this attack, and I was like, Kim's getting targeted also. Like,
You're in the space.
I mean, that's true. I just kind of, I guess because Kim didn't really, like, wasn't contributing anything, and I wasn't looking at that as like, Kim, come on, do something. But like, oh yeah, I mean, they're sitting over there chomping on some popcorn.
Yeah, there is like Kim is like to the degree that Nathan and I discussed the character. Kim is sort of under my control, not control. He's under my direction, but like part of me, like Ruben, and part of Gohan is like figure out like, hey, how can this shitfuck goblin ass actually contribute, right? Like what purpose does he serve? So figuring that out is going to be part of the all the stuff going forward.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
while you might not necessarily have the physical manifestation of your mythoses next to you while you're in the real world, that doesn't mean you can't commune with them.
So you just hear a slide whistle going up and down and up and down.
Yeah, who else? What else is somebody looking forward to in the future?
I think the deeper mystery, because I think there's certainly something being alluded to, and I'm quite looking forward to seeing what's, as you say, behind the scenes. Certainly was quite good foreshadowing at the end there with the flashback.
Yeah,
with,
I mean, the point where Sabine was like, "Oh yeah, Agent Fields knows something that we don't, and is hiding something." I'm like, guess they are now. Hell yeah. What is he hiding? I can't wait for me to find out too, because it's gonna be sick. So yeah. This is why I didn't really write Mystery 2 until this is done, because it gives me some springboards of what themes to incorporate. Because in fiction there are no coincidences. So, you know, got to work in these ideas that you're interested in exploring into the future bits, and I'm looking forward to that. Yeah.
Word.
Yeah, I'm also looking forward to kind of exploring more with actual like writer and the organization itself. I definitely want to look more into that.
I can't wait to meet Team Gamma, and then it's the rival arc.
I really want to fuck up Team Gamma.
Yeah.
I want them to like show up after like a really crazy battle where Tenchi loses shit and just goes crazy on Gamma. That's what I want.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like I want them to show up after we're done, and we're just gonna go, huh? Don't worry about it. Huh.
I mean, we'll do that, and then Tenchi will go crazy, so that works.
I guess because of the number of episodes that this might run, it makes sense for them to show their faces in Mystery 2. So yeah, you'll be seeing them soon.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Let's fuck them up.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna be so mad at me. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be great. Yes. Is that everybody?
Yes.
Beautiful. Yeah, then I guess we can wrap this up. Cool. Let's introduce everybody from left to right once more. Ruben, tell me about yourself.
Hello.
Where can we find your shit?
Hello, I'm Ruben. You can still find me on Twitter at UrbanFriendDen. I'm not gonna say double D because Marcy made fun of me. So I can just say you can go to sixofspades.itch.io and check out the tabletop RPG that me and Nathan wrote together. and you can play that with your friends. If you're jealous of what's going on here, and you should be, because this chemistry, this dynamic, this situation is phenomenal, and you should be seething, you should be green with envy, then hey, we provide a little free platform for you to maybe replicate that perfection. Okay, go check it out. Go get some friends. What are you doing? Go have fun. Go do your own fucking thing.
We're all still stuck inside anyway. What the fuck are you going to be doing with your free time?
Come on, go on GMing. All you are cowards.
I love this sales pitch. This is the kind of parasocial relationship I want to foster. Go out and make art, you fucking nerds. Make things.
Yeah. Hey, what the? I'm the reverse influencer. What the fuck are you doing? Come on, these. They're not shit. Everything's free. God damn it.
Oh my god. Marcy.
Hi. My shout out is follow Ruben with double D's.
Damn it!
Tom.
Well, I don't. Get your fucking miniatures painted and thin your paints. I'm done.
There you go.
There you go.
Big message. And Will.
Follow me on Twitter, still at Raffy the Owl, and buy my games, they're cool, people like them, at marymancergames.com.
Mm-hmm.
If you like teen drama in your games, then I have things for you.
What the fuck are you doing? I'm gonna also just sales pitch on Will. What the fuck are you doing not buying Will's games? Their games are so good. I played Mega Man Battle Network. That shit is childhood to me. What are you doing not reliving your childhood with this fucking accomplishment of a core book? Come on. It's cheap.
You should be swinging by Six of Spades to pick up that book, and then you should be going to Will's Merry Mancer and pick up those books, and then you should just spend the next 2 or 3 weeks of your life playing games.
Don't fucking talk to me until you've played all those games. What the fuck are you doing?
Absolutely.
Ruben, I love you and you're very cool.
I am your androgynous android game show host, Nathan Blades. This has been Arcana Corps. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Please continue to tune into this channel. We have part 3 of this next month in August. There's also going to be Phantom Arts Fest, a thing that I'm organizing with other members of the Phantom Arts Entertainment crew, where we all run a whole bunch of indie RPGs, one-shots that we think you all should try and play and enjoy. So look out for that. And with all that out of the way, I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.
Can we get just a colossal together communal Arcana Corps?
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Arcana Corps.